It's time for high school sports on the NCW Life Channel. Today's broadcast of high school sports on the NCW Life Channel is presented by Harvest Valley Pest Control, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Confluence Health, Les Schwab Tires, Biosports Physical Therapy, Impact Auto Sales, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Town Toyota, Automoka, JDSA Law, and Weinstein Beverage. Now let's go live for all the action of tonight's coverage of high school sports on your home for local sports, the NCW Life Channel.
Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Cashmere High School, along with Grant Olson. I'm Eric Grandstrom here on the NCW Life Channel. Love coming up the valley and being here in Cashmere tonight.
It's so exciting. You know, we get a break kind of from 4A football to see how football it's exciting in the smaller schools, and you and I have both been here many, many times, you especially, but it holds a special place for both of us, I think. Absolutely. Over the years we've been here. My last game here, Eric, your last Cashmere game was the state championship game back in 2008 when they beat Cascade Christian to win the 1A state title.
How
so
about
lots
that?
of great memories doing Cashmere football.
Absolutely. Well, Brian Bremer's in his second season as head coach, taking over for Phil Zakowski. He's only the fourth coach in school history. Speaking of history, they're inducting two of those former coaches at halftime tonight. We'll have that program for you coming up. Also, we'll have Coach Bremer joining us here on the pregame show along with one of his players. Well, it's the opener for the Caribou Trail League, and these two teams are expected to be the top two. What do you think, Grant?
Well, I think it's going to be, this is probably the game of the year right here, and it's the first game of the season. But Cashmere really hasn't been in the hunt since, what, back to 2012
it's
or
been
2013?
A while.
So it's nice to see Cashmere back, kind of the top of the Caribou Trail League, but Omak's an awfully tough team, and this is going to be fun to watch.
I'll tell you what, for those of you who've been watching 4A football, there's nothing to be said lackluster about 1A. These guys, especially these two teams, there is a rivalry going way back. They don't like each other very much, and they hit each other really hard. We're going to get a mix of pass and run tonight. This is going to be an exciting football game.
I can't wait, and this is going to be a lot of fun.
It's the Cashmere Bulldogs and the Omak Pioneers. Are you ready for some football? We are. It's coming up next here on the NCW Life Channel. Don't go away.
My awesome is being able to share my passion for yoga. I found yoga in my mid-40s to help me kind of de-stress and calm down, and it actually changed my life. Washington Trust believed in me. I felt like, okay, they got my back. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna go for it. It actually makes you feel like more brave. I do have a lot of awesome in my life.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, we'll help you get there.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell, and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
The pregame show continues here on the NCW Life Channel as we get ready for the opener of the Caribou Trail League between the Cashmere Bulldogs and the Omak Pioneers, now with Brian Bremer. Well, Brian, tough game last week against Cheney on the road, but you still had the chance.
Yeah, gave ourselves a chance at the end. You know, we did not play good enough to win, but again, happy with the guys' effort. We just didn't have our execution game at an A level, but excited about another opportunity this week.
Let's talk about the season so far. You're 4 games into it. I know you set your expectations before the season. Where are you on those expectations?
Yeah, I mean, my only expectation on this season is that our guys are going to play hard, and our guys are. You know, we struggled last week, but the effort's there. And when the effort's there, good things will come. So we really just trying to focus on our process over results, and the results take care of themselves. So really happy with where we're at.
Omak's always tough. Yeah. They've got some great players up there, always in the Okanagan Valley. They've only played 3 games, so what can you learn from them so far?
You can learn they're a very good football team, and you can learn that they're very well coached. They got a coaching staff up there that does it right. And you can tell they game plan. So, yeah, they do things right. They have a really, really good tailback. Quarterback can flat out sling it. Lefty quarterback that can sling it. So, yeah, it's going to be a good test for us.
So I asked Brian to give us a player to talk to here. We're going to do it next with Reed Smith. Tell me about Reed.
Such a good kid. He's a kid that's just a dream to coach. I'm really proud of that kid and just the strides that he's made. Struggled last year at times, just knowing our offense. And this year he's playing 4 positions. He plays all 3 receivers. He's also our backup quarterback. You just can't say enough about the kid, the way he was raised, and just the type of man of character he is.
I know you're only 2 years into this program for you. Tonight at halftime, very special event. Yeah. Are you aware of that history and what's going to happen here with that Hall of Fame induction?
Yeah, 100% I'm aware of the tradition and the history of that. It's hard not to. Again, when you're sitting in an interview, whatever it was, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, and they're saying, well, we've only had 3 or 4 football coaches here in 50 years. It's like, whoa, really? It's a pretty special place, and it draws a pretty special person, pretty special crowd. So happy to have my name along that list and hope I can do everybody proud.
How's it feel for you 2 years in? Do you feel like this is home?
100%. This is definitely home. This is definitely where I'm supposed to be. Really tough leaving the spot that I was at. I was really happy. I had no complaints where I was at. Worked with a great staff and worked for a great head coach. Had no complaints. But then this opportunity kind of jumped in my lap and decided to run with it. But this is definitely home.
Well, good luck against Pioneers. Keep everybody healthy.
Hey, absolutely. Go Dogs.
You bet. There you go. Brian Bremer joining us here on the pregame show. As I mentioned, we're going to talk with one of his players coming up next as the pregame show rolls on as we get ready for the Pioneers and the Bulldogs on the NCW Life channel.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly, sparkling water. Crack a smile.
My awesome is being part of the Nez Perce tribe. We have a tourism company, and we highlight the history and culture of the Nez Perce people. I found Washington Trust Bank because they were very involved in the community. They believed in me. They definitely saw the need for this in our region. All the folks at Washington Trust Bank are phenomenal. They've done such a wonderful job helping me along my journey.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, we'll help you get there.
The pregame show continues here on the NCW Life channel as we get ready for Cashmere and Omak. And now speaking with the guy who wears number 2, Reed Smith, for the Cashmere Bulldogs. Give the audience your positions, because I guess it's not just one way for you.
So inside slot receiver on offense, outside receiver and backup quarterback, and then also safety and defensive back on defense.
So offense, defense, which do you prefer to play?
Offensively, I prefer the most, yep.
Okay, all right. So tell me about your team so far this year, off to a 3-1 start. I know you set your goals before the season starts. How are you guys doing as far as your expectations?
Yeah, we're explosive when we get the opportunities we need, and we can just throw the ball around, really powerful on offense.
This is only the second year for this coach of yours here in Cashmere. Tell me about the progression of getting his system down, because he changed the whole nature of things here for Cashmere.
Yeah, last year was a little difficult, but this year we all get it a lot more, and it's easier to understand, and it's really fun to run once you get it.
Speaking of fun, it sounds like this guy provides a lot of fun for you guys, both practice and everything else.
Yep, yeah, he's awesome. He's just full of energy. Practices are awesome. Yeah, we just compete and have fun in practice every day.
So tell me about Omak and what you expect in this game here tonight.
It's going to be a battle, and we know what they can do, but we know what we can do also. So it's just, we're going to expect a battle.
What do you think it's going to come down to? It sounds like you guys had a little bit of the fumbles here last week against Cheney. Obviously, you got to straighten that out.
Yeah, we got to catch the ball and keep the turnovers to a minimum. And if we just play to our potential, will be good.
So Reed, tell me about what you like to do when you're not playing football or playing sports.
I like to play basketball in my free time, and then also hunt and ride dirt bikes.
Oh, hunting season is upon us. So how do you balance hunting season with football season?
On the weekends, I'll go out when I can and go out with my dad and whenever I find time.
Okay. So bird hunting, big game hunting, what do you like to do?
Big game deer, bear, elk, yeah.
All right. So do you have your deer already spotted, or you got somebody helping you with the spotting?
Got the area spotted out, but not the specific one yet.
Okay. All right. You know, these Cashmere guys, they like to wear the orange, not just during football night, but also during hunting season. Reed, thanks for taking the time. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. Reed Smith joining us here on the pregame show. We'll come back and get you the starting lineups and get you ready for kickoff. Coming up next here from Cashmere on the NCW Life Channel.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires. You know, we've been helping keep folks safe on the road around here since 1952. That's why you can save up to $152 on a set of 4 select light truck and SUV tires during our fall tire sale. All with a service you deserve, but just don't find other places. Swing by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
And welcome back to Cashmere High School, getting ready for this matchup between the Pioneers and the Cashmere Bulldogs. The Cashmere starters being announced here, along with Grant Olson. I'm Eric Grandstrom on the NCW Life Channel. Interesting broadcast location here,
I
Grant.
like it. I kind of like it.
Yeah, we are so close to the action. This is the closest we'll get without being in the action, as our broadcast location is right here behind the Omak bench. I don't know if I'll have to turn the crowd mic down a little bit, depending on what the coaches have to say to the Pioneers here throughout the evening. Let's take a look at the starting lineups here on the NCW Life Channel. And our starting lineups here tonight brought to you by TC Slingers. If it's rock, bark, sand, or soil, no need for wheelbarrows, shovels, or rakes. They'll place the material for you at TC Slingers. Well, let's talk about the Omak offense. Getting the start up front, let's talk about the offensive line. That's where it always begins. Jacob Hurlbert, there's a name you recognize from back in the day in Omak. He's the center. Matthew Miller and Caleb Richter are the guards. Tanner Sackman is a tackle. He'll play both ways, and Tanner Sackman is a beast. 6'3", 250 pounds, and he's all of that. And he also is out here playing tonight with a broken hand.
Pretty much a club on his hand right now.
He really
it's so
does.
taped up in a cast, and
So Sackman's on one side as a tackle. The other side is Kelly Peterson getting the start. The tight ends, when they go with a 2 tight end set, Logan True on one side, Genesee Arcinega on the other. The wideouts are Riley Davis, Aaron Hendrick, and Joseph Avina. Meanwhile, in the backfield, you got to watch out for Tanner Hall. He's one of the best running backs in the Caribou Trail League. He wears number 11, and Aaron Black is the quarterback. He's number 9. He's out there as one of the captains for Omak as they meet in the center of the field. We'll get to the Cashmere defense coming up after we watch the coin toss here. A referee is Mike Pennington from the Chelan County Football Officials Association. The umpire out there in the huddle as well is Terry Ayton. The head linesman is Mitch Walls. The line judge, Kirk Lyons, and the back judge is Fred Carino. We are a little bit chilly, 53 degrees here at Fieldside, as we are ready for football tonight. Special night here in Cashmere, because not only is it the opener for the Caribou Trail League, they also have a big ceremony coming up at halftime. The induction is their first. I didn't know they didn't have a Hall of Fame yet, but they are starting their Hall of Fame with the remodel of the school, and they will have a special ceremony for 2 longtime coaches here coming up at halftime.
They've had such great coaches. You mentioned only 4 coaches in their history,
yeah, 4
right?
football coaches in the history, and 2 of which will be inducted coming up at halftime. So the Pioneers will be on offense. How fortuitous is that I was saying the lineups here as we continue. Brought to you by TC Slingers. Let's go to the other side of the football and take a look at Cashmere up front defensively. Brooks Elliott is a 2-way guy, and boy, is he important to the offense and the defense here for the Cashmere Bulldogs. He's one defensive end. The other for the Bulldogs is Colby Larson, a 5'11", 180-pound senior. The defensive tackles, Tucker Weatherman, along with Cole Scott And the nose guard is Jerry Ramos. The linebackers, Braden Weatherman, a 5'9", 150-pound junior. Also, the other linebacker is Colby Agidius, but he's out tonight because of a concussion he suffered last week in the first half against Cheney. So that's a big loss. He's their starting tailback as well as their starting linebacker. So we'll see who the Bulldogs put in his place. Also on the corners for Cashmere, it's Javi Reyna along with Nate Phillips. The free safety is number 44, and that's Hunter McCabe. The strong safety is number 11, that's Caden Keogh. As we're about ready for kickoff here tonight, Javi Reyna, who has a pretty good foot on him, will tee it up here for Cashmere as we'll get ready for football here tonight. Back to receive the kickoff for Omak is Tanner Hall. He wears number 11, a 5'9", 190-pound senior, as we're just about ready for football tonight here on the NCW Life Channel. A high end-over-end kickoff is going to bounce down at about the 7 and then trickle into the end zone. And so Omak will have it first down from their own 20-yard line.
And Eric, you mentioned Corbin Gideus out of the lineup tonight. Not only it's important that, you know, it's a devastating loss to lose your running back, starting your running back, but to lose your starting middle linebacker is just as tough on the other side of the football.
Absolutely. So we'll look out there, and in fact, getting the start of the linebacker will be Duke Odenreiter, number 56. So he'll be out there for the start here tonight. Talked with his dad just a few moments ago. So 56, the starting linebacker, is Odenreiter, and I know if he's nearly as tough as his dad. Ball at the 20-yard line, right hash mark. We're ready to go. The snap back, and they're going to go on option left, the cut back, and across the 20 out to about the 24-yard line. Decent gain on the first carry by Tanner Hall. He comes in with 570 rushing yards in just 3 games, also 10 touchdowns on the ground here for Omak as they'll put the ball out of the 25-yard line.
Only about a yard gain there.
Oh, excuse me, the 20, yeah, just across the 20 to the 21, so just a yard.
We're not quite as high up as we're used to,
yeah.
Eric.
So seeing the yardage here will be a little bit tough.
It will.
Aaron Black, the quarterback in the shotgun, gets the snap, turn, handoff again, and not much happening
defense
at all by Tanner Hall as Cashmere right there up front. And, well, guess who? Odenreiter in one of the many black jerseys in there for the stop for the Cashmere Bulldogs. It'll be 3rd and 10 coming up.
Along with junior Daniel Rosales. Gang tackling right now by the Cashmere Bulldogs. They're keen on the run, and they're keen on Tanner Hall right now.
Well, Aaron Black, so far this season, is 31 for 36 passing for 369 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's also thrown 1 interception. Again, that's just in 3 games. And really, the Omak starters have not played a lot of football yet. They go with a play action, back to pass, left-handed quarterback throws downfield, the ball incomplete, off of the hands of the intended receiver.
He had him open too, didn't he?
He did. So the first pass of the game is incomplete. 10:43 time on the clock as the first pass attempt of the night is incomplete. So a punting situation here for Omak as they'll drop back and punt it away here. The punter is Riley Davis, big 6'2", 185-pounder. Will stand back at his own about 7-yard line. So Cashmere, great job defensively on their first series of the ball game. As back to return this kick is Javi Reyna, and look out for him. He's got some quicks back there on the return.
Oh,
a high snap over the head of the punter, going to go out the back of the end zone, and he's going to punt the ball away. A high punt, it's short, and how he got that ball away, I have no idea. It'll be down at the 24-yard line, so net 4 yards on the punt. How did that not go out the back of the end zone, Grant?
What an athletic play by Black, though, just to corral that ball as it was rolling around back there. I guess it was Riley Davis, rather. And what a play by him just to corral it and get a kick away. Otherwise, it would have been a safety, and they'd have been punting it back away to Cashmere.
Well, Cashmere with great field position on the Omak 24-yard line is where they'll start this scrimmage in Omak territory.
Well, that's what you want. At home, your first Caribou Trail League game of the season and great field position.
Quarterback for the Bulldogs is Sam Phillips, 6'2", 180-pound junior. Wears number 12. He's in the shotgun here. He's got 3 receivers wide right, 2 left. So he's empty backfield on this first play of the ball game for Cashmere. They throw it as much as they pass it, but we got a flag down. And at the snap, this could be an alignment issue for Cashmere unless Omak was in the neutral zone. We'll see our first flag of the game.
Just some numbers from Sam Phillips so far this season. 43 of 95, Eric. 639 yards and 9 touchdowns through the air, 35 rushes, 300 yards and 5 touchdowns on the ground for Phillips. So he's the man on this Cashmere offense.
Well, the penalty will be against Omak, so 5 yards going against the Pioneers on the penalty. So it'll be first down from the 19 now for Cashmere. And, man, you can't draw this up any better if you're a Bulldog fan here tonight. So, again, under center here on first down and short. Sam Phillips going to do it up the middle himself. And that's what they did a moment ago when the whistles came and the flag came down. And I'm having a hard time seeing exactly where they are there, Grant. They're going to go with a
little bit
offense.
Short maybe, Eric. About a yard short, so gain of 4.
So second down coming up, and that opens up the playbook, that's for sure, for the Bulldogs. As Phillips will back up. Alongside him in the backfield is Hunter McCabe, the backup running back, to his left. They're going to turn, hand it to him up the middle, and Omak is all over it as the Pioneers were able to close that hole quickly. As number 1 getting in there for the Pioneers was Caleb Richter, the linebacker. And the officials are going to say it is enough for a first down, however, down to the 14-yard line.
Needed 1, got 2 there, huh, Eric?
How about that? So first down for Cashmere as their first possession of the ball game continues here. Snap back to Phillips. He'll turn, hand it off, and spinning away for one man of the backfield. And getting forward progress down around the about the 10-yard line. Elliott with the carry there. Brooks Elliott, 6'3", 175-pound senior.
He's got about 3 there, Eric.
They're going to say 3 yards, so 2nd and 7 coming up. The ball is resting right at about the 10-yard line, so they started this series of downs at the 13. If I'm looking at it correctly here, it's kind of hard to see it down low like this. Handoff again to Elliott, and boy, not much happening there. Good job defensively by Riley Davis coming up from his outside position, making a tackle, open field tackle, and no gain on the play. Maybe a half of a yard as they got it inside the 10 to about the 9. It'll be third down from there.
Tanner Hall from his safety position also came in and converged on that play. Nice job by him.
Well, you see big number 54 out there. That's Tanner Sackman, whom we were speaking of. He's got the big club on the left hand as he had surgery, got a couple of pins in there, but still out there playing. Hunter McCabe in the backfield along with Sam Phillips. Back to pass, throwing out to the right. The ball thrown low, and it is a catch over there. A nice job on the catch by Reed Smith, whom we met in our pregame show. Going to be enough for going to bring up a fourth down as the ball is down to the 5-yard line. So a gain of 5 yards, or 4 yards on that one, down to the 5. And the Bulldogs going to go for it on 4th down and 3. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown, as they'll split 3 receivers wide to the left side of the field and 2 right, and Omak does them a favor and jumps in the neutral zone.
Which may be what the Cashmere was going to do all along. How do you know?
Yeah, it could be. I saw that quite a bit on the film last week from the Cheney game, where the quarterback for Cashmere, Sam Phillips, does a hard count a lot. He draws the defense off quite often. And on a 4th and 3, it's half the distance to the goal, so if it was at the 5, huge. That would be enough for a first down.
That's big.
If that math is correct. But again, we are low in our vantage point here as far as our broadcast table is concerned. And now the officials are going to measure after the mark-off. So it looked to me like they could get the first down at about the 2-yard line. The ball should be resting at about the 2.5-yard line. So if that is correct, with my aging eyes here, they should be about a football length short of the first down on the penalty mark-off. Now they lined up to go for it on 4th down, drew the defense off sides. So we'll see what Coach Bremer decides to do if they are in fact short here.
I think you're right on the money, Eric. Eric, about a half a football short.
Yeah, about half a football,
yeah.
So that's it. So now, Grant, opening game of the Caribou Trail League. These teams go back with their rivalry a long ways. You got to go for it.
You go for it. Absolutely, dude. And if you don't get it, you pin them back all the way down on the 3-yard line or the 6-yard line. So, yeah, I think you got to go.
Second penalty for... Okay, so somebody's telling us that we don't have audio for the game that we're doing right now. Tucker, I just tuned you up in my headset. Are we good? I just got a text saying we don't have any audio back in the studio. Okay. All right. So we'll just continue doing play-by-play here as it is now 4th and short. And the quarterback's going to keep it. Sam Phillips leans ahead. All depend on the spot here. The ball came out, looked like after he made his initial lunge. And Kirk Lyons came in, had the foot down, and all
First
depending
down.
on his spot. And it is a first down for Cashmere. Wow, how about that? Not by much.
No, it wasn't by much.
So it'll be first down and goal from about the 2-yard line. What do you think, Grant? You just keep going right up the middle? Quarterback
Phillips
keepers?
right up the middle. Yeah, that's what I'd do.
Oh, you're without your starting fullback here in the game tonight as Corbin Agidius is out. We'll see what they decide to do. They go with a tailback here is Jordy Sanchez, and it will be Phillips. He stood up initially.
I don't think he got it.
And I don't think he got it either, as it is no gain on the play. So second down coming up from the 2-yard line, second and goal from the 2.
Big Sackman right there. You might have a club on his left hand, but he still is a tough dude. And he's highly sought after, isn't he, in college football?
Yeah, he's definitely a college prospect.
Great size, 6'3", 250 is perfect.
Absolutely, and plays like it too.
Right.
6:39 to go here in the first quarter. No score in this ball game. First quarter underway here on the NCW Life Channel. Here in chilly Cashmere tonight. Elliott takes the snap again, leans forward, and he is in. Touchdown, Cashmere. Bulldogs strike first here in this battle between the Pioneers and the Bulldogs.
So 1-yard touchdown run by Brooks Elliott, and Cashmere on the board first here. Didn't have to go too far on this opening drive. Got kind of a gift with great field position, and Cashmere made Omak pay for that bad snap on the punt. And here Cashmere on the board first, 6-0.
I should say that's Sam Phillips on the keeper.
Oh, it was Phillips.
Yeah, apologies. That's my bad there. So Sam Phillips, the quarterback, takes it in. He will have the spot here on the extra point attempt by Javi Reyna. The snap back, the spot down, the kick away, the line drive, and it is good. We will take a 60-second break and come back. 7-0 Cashmere on top, 6:24 to go here in the first quarter. We're coming back to you from Cashmere on the NCW Life Channel.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes. My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales,
where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
Tanner Hall on the return of the kickoff after the touchdown by the Cashmere Bulldogs. And so it is a first down for Omak on a pretty decent return. They will put it at the 27-yard line. So that's where the Pioneers will have it first down and 10 after a 9-play, 24-yard drive, 4 minutes, 10 seconds off the clock. Phillips on a 2-yard touchdown run, giving Cashmere the 7-0 lead here. Omak with their second possession of the ball game with 6:15 to go here in the first quarter of play. And back, they fake the handoff, then throw out in the flat, and the ball incomplete. Pretty good coverage out there. Sky Romero, the intended receiver, but Jack Croce was there and provided some pretty good coverage.
I like the way Aaron Black throws it, though. Lefties always have that great form, don't they? Whether it's golf or baseball or whatever. They have the beautiful swing or the beautiful throw, and Black's one of them.
I should say Dominic Harrington on the coverage there for Cashmere. So that brings up second down and 10. And if you're Omak, kind of gnashing your teeth a little bit. Not much happening offensively.
No, can't get anything going right now. Dropping some passes and nothing going on the ground yet.
7-0 our score as Aaron Black sets the offense, changes a man from left back to right. Jaron Boyd is the slot receiver out on the right-hand side. Man in motion. They're going to fake the handoff to him. Roll out, throw back. The ball is caught, and getting away from several would-be tacklers is the receiver Tanner Hall, the tailback who came back into the formation for the reception there, as he will have it out to the 26-yard line. So all of that for a loss of 1?
A loss of 1.
Yeah.
Aaron Black now 0 for 3, minus 1 yard through the air.
Well, that would be a completion, wouldn't it?
Yeah, completion. That's right. 1 for 3.
1 for 3.
Minus 1 yard. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Cashmere has been key. They knew that play was coming. They read that from the start.
Absolutely. All has to go to film study.
Right.
So here we go. Hall on a 3rd and 11. Excuse me. It's Black, a 3rd and 11. He looks right, throws right. Receivers open, and it is
he's got him.
At the 35 of Cashmere, lofting it down to Riley Davis on the big pass play. And how about that? Omak strikes on a 3rd and long. They get a first down to the Cashmere 35-yard line. That's 31 yards on the pass play.
Beautiful throw by Aaron Black and a nice catch as well. The defender just didn't quite get there, Dominic Harrington, for the Bulldogs. He was there, and he was kind of face guarding the receiver a little bit, but a beautiful pass and catch.
Riley Davis on the reception, good for 31 yards, and just like that, Omak in business at the Cashmere 35-yard line, ball right hash mark. Turn, fake the handoff, quarterback keeper up the middle, squeeze past one man, and they got down to the 30-yard line, gain of 5 yards on the running play there on the keeper by Aaron Black.
Their biggest running play of the game so far, that 5-yard gain.
Well, Black has 20 carries coming in for 52 yards and a touchdown, so he's not a stranger to holding on to the football.
Right.
So 2nd and 5 coming up from the Cashmere 30. Again, ball right hash mark. He'll send 2 receivers wide to the right. One of those, Riley Davis, the man who just made the big catch. Also over there is Joseph Avina. They turn, hand it to Tanner. Look out, big gainer inside the 10 to the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Omak, 30-yard scamper right over the right side by Tanner Hall.
Well, he had 62 rushes, 570 yards on the season so far. That's only in 3 games for Omak, and there, a 30-yard touchdown run for Tanner Hall, the senior.
Big gap in the right side. Good job by the blockers up front. The offensive line doing the job. The extra point will be attempted here by Riley Davis. The hold by by Aaron Black, the quarterback. The snap back, the spot down, the kick away, and it's no good. Kind of a duck hook left. And so it will remain a Cashmere 1-point lead after the drive and touchdown by Omak. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. You're watching Cashmere and Omak CTL football tonight on the NCW Life Channel. We'll be right back.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653. Well, we're back just in time for the big kickoff return by Brooks Elliott. He will go all the way for the touchdown. He took it in at the 20-yard line on a squib kick. No flags down. How about that? Just like that, Cashmere back on the board again.
Electrifies this home crowd here in Cashmere as the Bulldogs put points on the board, and there we are. This is going to be a shootout. I love this.
I think so. 80 yards on the kickoff return for the Cashmere Bulldogs by Brooks Elliott.
Boy, I love his speed. He's got some size to him too, Eric.
Yeah, he does.
Tall
6'3",
running backs.
175.
He turned on the Jets about the 40-yard line of Omak. He was gone.
Well, and they did that little fake in the backfield. We came back from the commercial break midway through the run, so we apologize for missing part of that return there. But we got the end of it and got him in the end zone. So what a return for Cashmere by Brooks Elliott. And now the extra point attempt by Javi Reyna. The snap back, the spot a little high. The snap was a little high, but he did get the spot down, and the kick is on the way and good. So just like that, barely catch your breath here. 14-6 our score. We're going to keep it right here on the NCW Live channel and remind you that our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Harvest Valley Pest Control. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet safe material around your home or office. Call today for your free estimate. Also by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your comfort trained specialist specializing in commercial and residential HVAC systems. Online at dicksheatingwenatchee.com. And by Global Car Care, a quality auto repair facility with highly trained technicians celebrating 25 years in the car care business. They speak your car's language at 1840 North Wenatchee Avenue. Well, temperatures have chilled quite a bit here in the mid-Wenatchee Valley, I guess you'll say, along the shores of the Wenatchee River, not too far from here, and we can feel the moisture in the air, I think, Grant.
Yep, 55 right now is what I've got.
My thermometer right here on our desk says 50.
I think that's a little closer, yeah. This was actually a 6:55
Oh,
temperature.
okay,
So.
all right before kickoff here.
Right.
Appreciate you joining us. We understand we're streaming well on the Facebook page as far as our audio. We have some issues with the television broadcast, so we're working on that back in the studios. For those who can hear us, we appreciate you joining us here on the NCW Live channel. Here comes Reyna on the ensuing kickoff, and this squib kick across the ground is fielded on a hop by Trey Rose, and that's where Omak will have it. Good field position. Boy, Grant, you hate to give up field position like that. They're going to have it first down at the 38-yard line.
Smart play by Trey Rose, just to hop on that ball, not let it go too far past him and give them worse field position. Now they've got it pretty good shape at their own 37-yard line.
So we've had a touchdown run by Phillips, a touchdown run by Hall, and a kickoff return touchdown for Cashmere. That's the scoring so far. 14-6 our score with 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter of play, as Omak will come back on offense here, and clapping his hands feverishly is Aaron Black in the backfield. He'll get the snap, look back, wants to throw deep down the far sideline again, and we got a flag down. We couldn't get a hold on this one. The ball was uncatchable, went out of bounds. Of course, they don't have that uncatchable rule in high school football. But if there was some touching going on, going down the field illegally, Dominic Harrington was on the coverage. This one could come against Cashmere. It is a hold against the defense. And so that will be the first penalty of the ball game against Cashmere. 2 penalties so far for 7 yards against Omak. As the first down at the 38 should become a first down at the 48.
The same exact play as that touchdown play.
Well, if it works once,
why
then
not?
why not go down the field? And obviously they're seeing a matchup there that is to Omak's liking.
Absolutely.
Riley Davis on Cashmere's Dominic Harrington. They list Harrington at 6 feet. I don't know if he's quite 6 feet. Maybe in cleats.
Right.
So first down from the 48, just shy of midfield here at Cashmere High School. The turn to hand to Hall. He's got somebody grabbing onto his jersey and not letting him go. Good job of pursuit there by Tucker Weatherman and company, as Cashmere's known for their gang tackling. In fact, a loss of a yard. It'll be second down and 11.
Nice play defensively. You said it, Eric. Good convergence on that ball carry. And they're going to have to key on Tanner Hall. He's going to have a night tonight. He's already had a 30-yard touchdown run.
Colby Larson up front wears number 33 for Cashmere. Also up front is Daniel Rosales, wears number 58 as a defensive tackle on the left side. So here we go. Aaron Black in the shotgun, fakes the handoff, wants to run it himself, has one man get him, the other got him, and no gain on the play. Good pursuit again for Cashmere. One guy had a shot at him deep in the backfield, but finally finishing him off was Brooks Elliott. Well, man, making plays offensively and defensively, you got to love 1A football.
Well, you do, too, don't you? Both running backs in there playing defense for Cashmere. You mentioned McCabe also in there, and Brooks Elliott, both linebackers. And they're playing a good ball game tonight.
Certainly are. And I mentioned to the coaches before the ball game, thanks for the uniforms to help us on the announcer-friendly colors here.
This is so nice.
Black and white. Gotta love it. Third down and long. Call it 11 from the Omak 47. Ball between the hash marks. 2 receivers wide right, 1 wide left. Turn, handoff, Hall, dancing around 1 man.
There he
dancing
goes.
around 2. Look out! To the 30. It's a foot race to the end zone. Nobody's going to catch him from 53 yards. Second score of the night for Tanner Hall.
53-yarder on top of a 30-yarder. He's got 83 yards on 2 touchdown runs. Does Tanner Hall. What a great job of blocking on that right side. Tanner Sackman on his side, Eric. He blew that hole open over that right side and allowed Hall to scamper 53 yards.
Well, he's got the club on the left hand. He's providing the club on that
what a
side
block.
as far as the block is concerned. Looks like Omak's going to go for 2 as they missed their first extra point. So they'll try to tie it up here on a 2-point attempt. Untimed down, they say, on the PAT. And turning to his right, Aaron Black showing a motion to his receiver to the wide side. He hands it instead to Hall. Hall just gets behind that big offensive line, pushes, and no, he didn't get in.
Wow.
I thought he had the blocking up front to get in the end zone, but no, the extra point is not good. And we will take a 30-second break and come back. 2:24 to go here in the first quarter. What a Donnybrook we've got. It's Cashmere 14, Omak 12. We're back after this.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
And welcome back once again here to Cashmere's football stadium as Omak has drawn to within 2, 14-12, along with Grant Olson. I'm Eric Granstrom. Ensuing kickoff is kind of a pooch kick, and a wise idea there for Cashmere, as collecting it on the fly was Mark Bailey, and he'll just take a knee and curl up around that football for safety, and that's where Cashmere will have it first down from the 38-yard line. By the way, that last drive, just 3 plays, 62 yards, 53 yards on the touchdown run by Hall, his second of the night. The 2-point attempt, no good. That's where we are, 14-12 here, as we have 2:23 left in the first quarter of play.
Total offense, totally lopsided so far in this first quarter. 119 yards offensively for Omak, 16 for Cashmere so far.
Well, Sam Phillips going to try to see what he can do to change those numbers right now as he's in the backfield along with Hunter McCabe on this first down and 10 from their own 38-yard line. As he turns, hands it to McCabe. Big hole up the middle, and it quickly closes, but he does get about 5 yards on a gulp as he gets it out to the 43-yard line.
Nice.
Big hole in that left side, Grant.
It really was a nice job over there by Cole Scott, the 6'2", 225-pound sophomore, blowing that hole over the left side.
Joseph Bushko makes the stop, the 5'9", 185-pound junior. Quickly to the line again is Cashmere. Here comes Omak on a stunt. They're going to turn, hand it off to McCabe again. Tripped up in the backfield, stumbles forward to the 45-yard line. Good penetration there by Caleb Richter, as it'll be a 3rd down and 4 coming up for the Bulldogs.
Had some room there, too. It's too bad he tripped up there. You probably would have had a first down.
Call it 3rd and long 3. You need to get just about beyond the 48 for a first down. They're at the 45 right now. Ball shaded to the left side of the field here. And a long look around here for Sam Phillips. Phillips wipes his hand off on a towel, sends a man in motion, fakes the handoff to him, going to keep it himself, coming to the short side of the field, and he's bumped out of bounds hard into the Omak bench. Going to be shy of the first down, and a good chase by Tanner Sackman. The 6'3", 250-pounder shows his range from side to side as well. 4th down for Cashmere.
Quite a tandem, linebacking tandem with Caleb Richter back there, 6'3", 220-pound senior, too. Both very athletic linebackers.
Boy, gamble here by Coach Brian Bremer, if in fact they are going to go for it. The punter also is the quarterback, and they drew him off sides again with the hard count. Holy cow, coming across the neutral zone was Kamoy McZenna, and that will cost Omak 5 yards.
Coach Nick Sackman is livid. He's not so mad at his team, he's mad at the officials.
I think what he's mad about is that the snapper, the center for Cashmere, is what he is saying is flinched with the football.
Right, that's exactly what he's saying. He may have.
But after the penalty, it'll be a first down for Cashmere to the Omak 48-yard line. And, well, we saw that on film a lot last week from the Cheney game. So 12 yards and penalties now for Omak on 3 calls against the Pioneers. Phillips looks right, then comes back. He's going to throw it himself, but now here he ran it himself, and flags all over the place. We're going to get a hold here against the offensive line, I believe, on this short gain that was good for 3 yards, but this one will come back.
All right.
I'm going to say right at the point of attack. And hold offense, 10 yards against Cashmere. So 2 penalties and 20 yards here for the Bulldogs. So just like that, they head back the other direction. They will have first down over again as they'll put the ball at the 41-yard line.
Well, Phillips is by far the leading rusher so far this season. The quarterback, 35 carries, almost 300 yards. So not unusual to see him quarterback draws in various running situations.
Watch this set to the far side of the field from our cameras. The 3 receivers left, and they've got Brooks Elliott now goes in motion. They're going to fake the handoff to him, and the quarterback keeps it. And boy, not much happening. As sweeping in on the play was Tanner Hall. What a job by Tanner Hall to hold him for maybe a yard on the play.
That's all he got, maybe a yard. Good defensive play. Such a great player all around. He's quick out there and really a nose for the football.
Time winding down here in the first quarter with Cashmere leading Omak 14-12. Caribou Trail League football tonight on the NCW Life Channel. Thanks for joining us here. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Granstrom. Taking his time, Sam Phillips is winding this clock down as we wind our way through the first quarter on a good crowd here tonight for Hall of Fame night induction coming up at halftime. In motion goes Elliott. They're going to turn, fake the handoff, throw back to the right, and the ball is caught over there, but not much happening at all. Sniffing it out, Nate Phillips on the catch, but he got nothing. In fact, lost a yard on the play. One of the first Pioneers there was Adam Hendrick. They smelled that one out wonderfully for the Pioneer defense.
Nice job by the junior linebacker on that side. You mentioned it, Eric. He wasn't fooled at all. A nice play defensively. Boy, no gain again.
Well, Cashmere is going to have some time to think about what they want to do on 3rd down and 21 after the break, as we're through 1 quarter here in Cashmere. And the Bulldogs got to feel pretty fortunate to lead it here by 2. 14-12 our score. We're back with second quarter action after this 60-second timeout on the NCW Life Channel.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
My awesome is being able to share my passion for yoga. I found yoga in my mid-40s to help me kind of de-stress and calm down, and it actually changed my life. Washington Trust believed in me. I felt like, okay, they got my back. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna go for it. It actually makes you feel like more brave. I do have a lot of awesome in my life.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, we'll help you get there.
One quarter in the books here in Cashmere as the Bulldogs lead the Pioneers 14-12. Well, Grant, what do you do? 3rd down, 21 for Cashmere.
Well, it's like they're going to go trips right formation, but that might be a good time to maybe a screen pass.
Well, they're going to send Elliott in motion. They snap back to Phillips. He's going to go left and wants to throw it. Has some pressure, and got rid of the football. The ball thrown a little bit low. And that was because of the pressure. Big Sackman was back there in his face, along with Joseph Bushko. You got 5'9" and 6'3" teaming up together to put some pressure on fourth down coming up on the incomplete pass.
Bushko put together, though, 5'9", 185, so he's a load out there at linebacker.
Certainly is. Well, you got the double threat with Sam Phillips as your punter. You never know what might happen there, so Omak has to be disciplined. Back to return it is Tanner Hall.
I know. Do you want to kick it to him?
Yeah, I think you kick that away from Tanner Hall if at all possible. Snap back is good. The kick by Sam Phillips, heck of a punt, and it's going to bounce out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. That's a great punt.
Nicely done. Absolutely. Keep it out of the hands of Tanner Hall, who's so dangerous, and that's a great kick.
They will put it at the 23, so with that being 12 and that being 27, that's a 39-yard punt and no return. How about that? I think I'd take that all day long if I'm the Cashmere coaching staff.
Absolutely.
11:45 to go as Omak gets the ball back at their own 23-yard line, first down and 10. Again, the story for Omak offensively has been Tanner Hall. You got to somehow corral him if you're Cashmere. Busted off 2 long touchdown runs for both of Omak's scorers here in this one. Aaron Black will set the offense here. He loves to clap his hands a lot before they snap it. He'll turn, hand it off. Why not? Hall right side. And this time he goes up over end and still gets good yardage out of it as he's across the 25 to the 27-yard line.
Gain of about 4, Eric.
4 yards on that carry. Went over the left side that time.
I know.
They've been running behind Sackman on the right, and why not?
Got some bodies out there.
Although
about 75.
Yeah,
Ty Holder, 6'4", 290.
I was just going to say.
Holy cow.
You got 2 sides to choose from there. 2 bulldozers, and now
Cashmere jumped up that time.
Jumping
Number
across.
72.
Yep, it was Jerry Ramos who came across a little bit early on the hard count. 3 penalties and 25 yards here for Cashmere in the ball game. Been kind of even on the penalties here tonight. 11:14 to go here in the first half of play. 14-12, Cashmere on top. Appreciate you joining us here on the NCW Life Channel. So that brings up a 2nd and short after the mark-off as they take it out to the 32-yard line. Turn, handoff, Hall right side, dive play, gets it up to the 35. And that's going to be awfully close to a first down. It will be a first down for Omak. Gain of 3 yards.
Just what they needed, too. And what a first half for Hall. He's approaching 100 yards.
Well, you mentioned about his ability to run the football coming in just 3 games. Not 4 games or 4. No, they had a forfeit last week, so they didn't even play. But 3 games and 570 yards of rushing and 10 touchdowns. Add 2 more to that total here tonight. So Omak with the football at the 35 of the Pioneers. Cashmere shuffling defenders over to the far side of the field from our cameras. And a snap back. Black back to pass. Wants to throw it down over the middle.
He's
the
got
receiver
his man
coming
again.
Over. We got a flag down, but he's got it at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown. 65 yards on the pass play from Aaron Black to Avina. We'll check the flag, though. I think that's going to be a hold on Cashmere.
Boy, that mismatch, Omak saw it early, Eric, and they've been taking advantage of that coverage mismatch that they think they've got out there with Dominic Harrington on number 10, Joseph Avina.
It is a signal against the defense, so the touchdown pass will stand.
Very impressive pass once again by Black.
Black right down the middle to Joseph Avina. And Omak has its first lead of the ball game, and as you mentioned, the stats certainly piling up for the Pioneers here.
Big plays so far in this first half.
They'll try just the 1 point after touchdown. Snap is back, spot down, kick away. It's blocked. It's blocked up the middle for Cashmere. Coming in and making the big play for the Bulldogs is Tucker Weatherman, and he grabs the imaginary sledgehammer and says, "Thank you, mama." We'll take a 30-second break and come back. 10:20 to go here in the half. Omak 18, Cashmere 14. We're back after this.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
Well, the drive was only 4 plays, 77 yards. The big touchdown pass from Black to Avina from 65 yards out, and the extra point blocked. It's an 18-14 Omak lead as we get ready for the ensuing kickoff here. Do you call it anything else? The ensuing kickoff.
No,
it's the only time I hear the term ensuing.
Right.
And the kick taken here by the up man for Cashmere. Boy, he's hit hard, helmet to helmet, across the 35 out to about the 37-yard line. If he gets up, that young fella's a tough hombre.
You know, have you noticed, Eric, that since that penalty was initiated, it hasn't been called as much this season or towards the end of last year. When the first year came up, it was called all the time. Now it's kind of going away.
Well, point of emphasis.
Right.
You know, and that changes with the emphasis on the syllable.
Right. Yeah.
So it'll be first down for Cashmere as they huddle up on their sideline, and I'm trying to make sure I got the right yard marker here. Is that the 36? It is the 36-yard line, so that's where Cashmere will have it. First down and 10. Our broadcast tonight here on the NCW Life Channel brought to you by Confluence Health, dedicated to improve their patients' health with safe, high-quality care in 12 communities throughout North Central Washington. So Sam Phillips brings the Bulldogs out here on offense, sends a man in motion. We got a flag down. I think delay of game is going to be the call, as that penalty came from the back judge, Fred Carino. And, yeah, I thought they were taking an awful long time on the sideline over there, Grant. So 4 penalties and 30 yards against Cashmere. Something you hate to see there if you're a Bulldog fan. So it'll be first down and 15. And when you're not doing much offensively, you can't dig yourself your own hole, and that's what they've done here, backing up behind the stakes. Snap is back, turn, handoff to Elliott around the short side of the field, and what a tackle in the open field there by Sky Romero. Came in and submarined him and took him down. Short gain on the play, but did not get back to the original line of scrimmage. They will put him out to the 34-yard line, so a gain of 3 yards.
Boy, it sure didn't look like it, did it?
No, it didn't. It closed quickly. Omak showing some team speed from side to side here, as Sam Phillips will try to figure out what to do on a second down and 12. Send Elliott in motion. They fake the handoff to him, then throw out to the flat. The ball caught out there, but quickly spun down as Nate Phillips, after a short gain on the play, up to the 39 as well. They'll spot him down. Good coverage by Riley Davis.
Gain of about 5.
To the 39, so 5 yards on that play. And a third down and 6 coming up for the Bulldogs. Another passing down, you would think. Hunter McCabe is in the backfield behind Phillips here as he looks over to the sideline for some instructions from his coaching staff. He's got trips to his right with 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Omak cheating up. Looks like they're coming on the blitz. Back to pass. Phillips got a throw over the middle. Ball is caught by McCabe, but what a job for Omak. Coming in quickly, Tanner Hall again.
What a game he's playing tonight.
Sniffed out the little screen pass. It looked like he had some good things possibly happening, but no, a gain of a yard. It'll be fourth down.
He just played fantastic on both sides of the ball, Tanner Hall.
And now he is going back to return this punt. First punt for Phillips was fantastic as he punts into a slight breeze here in Cashmere tonight. High snap, but he does get it down and get it away. Another booming, wonderful punt. Hits at the 25-yard line, and then Hall collects it at the 20. He maybe got back to the 23, and that's about it. And that's where the Bulldogs cover. Good job getting downfield by Duke Odenreiter on the play. And the punt will give Omak the ball back, and you're trailing it by 18-14 margin if you're Cashmere here, and they got to figure out a solution to what the Omak Pioneers can do on the ground and through the air.
Well, it's really been Tanner Hall on the ground, big plays, and then that same pass play that we've seen a couple of times tonight between Black and Avina. That's the play that's really pushed Omak to this lead.
Well, they started at the 23 last time they had the ball. It took them 4 plays to go 77 yards. So we'll see what Aaron Black has here. He's going to turn and hand it to a man we haven't seen run the ball yet or touch the ball as he gets it around the outside and up the Cashmere sideline out to near the 20. Let's see where they're going to put him out at the 27. So a gain of 4 yards there on the carry by Joseph Avina. Well, he's the one that collected that pass play for 65 and the touchdown.
Right.
So 4 yards on that play brings up 2nd down and 6 for the Pioneers as they'll put it at the 27 of Omak. Smell of smoke in the air here tonight, and it's not barbecue smoke, but we do have the burn season back again.
We do.
And that's probably what
smelled burgers earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. The
Great.
tailgate smelled fantastic. We've got movement up front, so a penalty going to come here against Omak. And with the Pioneers, this is only their 4th game they've played this season. The game against Fulton, BC, they didn't even play the starters in the second half.
Right.
So you could expect probably not to look the most crisp out there at times.
And they have got a very impressive offensive line, Eric. It looks like it could be a 4A offensive line, just size-wise out there. They've got some muscle up front on this Pioneer team.
Certainly do. After the penalty, it'll be 2nd down over again back at the 22. So they're behind the sticks, as the coaches say. Man in motion is Avina. They're going to turn, fake the handoff to him, a little option play, and they're going to pitch it back. Dangerous pitch. Hall has it now. He's dancing around, gets away from 1 tackler, 2 tacklers, and takes it all the way out to the 38-yard line and gets a 1st down. My, oh, my. Makes something out of nothing that becomes an option play. And what a great job by Aaron Black to know that Tanner Hall was there to help bail him out.
Oh, man. When you have that ace in your pocket, knowing that a running back can do that, you're kind of stopped for maybe a yard or 2 gain, and then you pitch it to him, 13 yards just like that.
Yep. So out
He's
to
talented runner.
He is out to the 38-yard line, and that's what Coach Brian Bremer told me. He says, you got to watch this Tanner Hall. He is really good, and they got a good left-handed quarterback that slings that ball around. In the backfield now, along with him, is Kamoy McZenna. As the snap is high to Black, back behind his head. He's looking up, and now he's going to race out to his left, looking to throw downfield. Left-hander almost collects the pass play to Riley Davis. Somehow is able to not only maintain possession, but throw an incomplete pass, brings up 2nd down and 10.
Very athletic play by Aaron Black, the senior quarterback there. Could have been a lot worse than an incomplete pass there for Omak.
Clock stops with 6:19 to go here in the first half. 18-14 is our score, as it was a 14-12 lead for Cashmere after the end of the first quarter. The one score has been a 65-yard pass play here in the second quarter. And that's it so far on the scoring front. 2nd down coming up in 10 from the 38 of Omak. Ball left hash mark. Aaron Black, I think he's clapping his hands just to keep him warm tonight.
Yeah, he might be.
Pitches it back to Hall. Hall across the 40, out to the 45-yard line before he's finally tumbled down there. Speed kills, Grant.
3 sure does. 6 yards there, just like that.
Out to the 45-yard line, brings up a 3rd and manageable here for the Pioneers. Call it 3rd and 4. They need to get to the 49 for a 1st down. We have some of the Pioneer players that keep looking back at us like, what are you guys doing back there?
We can hear you.
5:47 to go here in the half. And, yeah, they can hear us because the Cashmere fans pretty quiet here tonight.
Boy, they sure are.
After they've seen Omak burn them for a couple of big plays here in this first half. High snap again. He wanted to hand it off to Hall. Now he's going to have to just make something out of nothing himself. He did get 2 yards on the play, but it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 2 to go after Black kept it across the 45 out to the 47.
Boy, and I think you go for it here if you're Coach Sackman, don't you?
Yep.
Their offense really rolling right now. Midfield, their defense also playing pretty well. I think this is a go-for-it situation.
Yeah, Cashmere hasn't shown here, at least over the last, well, since the first possession of the bowl game, that they could make a stop. And so now it's up on the Cashmere defense here. And looking at them field side here, this Omak team is just bigger.
They are bigger.
Cashmere.
Absolutely bigger.
So here we go. Black in the shotgun. 2 backs behind him. Turn, handoff, Hall, right side. First down across midfield. And then finally spilled over at the Cashmere 48-yard line. One of many of the Bulldogs hanging on for dear life on the tackle was Odenreiter, as Duke is able to make the stop, but not before Hall gets a first down.
Another 6 yards, needed just a couple now into Cashmere territory, and Omak looking for some more points here.
They'll spot the ball at the 49 of Cashmere. 4:43 to go, clock ticking in this first half with Omak on top, 18-14. Cashmere scored on a kickoff return and a short field situation. Here's a handoff left side. Look out. There he goes. On the run, Jeremiah Miller, and he's going to run past everybody into the end zone. Excuse me, Joseph Bushko with the touchdown. 49 yards, and just like that, Omak extends the lead.
What a great job of blocking up front once again by that Pioneer offensive line, who I think has been just absolutely dominating in this first half of play. That has allowed these big plays, and I'll tell you what, the Pioneers, big play Omak so far here in Cashmere tonight.
See if the Pioneers are going to try to go for 2 again, or if they will kick it. Looks like they're going to try to kick it. It's been kind of an interesting one. The first one was a duck hook left, no good. The second extra point that they tried to kick was blocked. And we'll see what happens on this one. Snap is a little high. The spot was kind of shaky, and the ball is hooked left again. No good.
Well, I think you just go for 2 every time. You got an offense like this, you go for 2.
Well, it's a 24-14 lead for Omak. 4:22 to go here in the half. We'll take a 30-second break. You're watching Caribou Trail Lake football tonight on the NCW Life Channel.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
You're watching Cashmere and Omak tonight here on the NCW Life Channel, and it has become an all-Omak first half as the Pioneers have now lead at 24-14 with 4:22 to go here in the half. Bushko on the 49-yard touchdown run capped a 7-play, 77-yard drive, their second 77-yard drive in a row. 3:39 off the clock. Ensuing kickoff taken by the up man for Cashmere and hit hard at the 39-yard line. On the return was Hunter McCabe, and that's where Cashmere will have it. Decent field position, but the Bulldogs have not been able to do much here offensively.
They really haven't. I think the line play, even on the defensive side, has been the dominating thing for Omak. Both sides of the ball. That line with Richter and Sackman up front, very, very tough to deal with.
So the mental calisthenics now for Brian Bremer and his coaching staff, especially coming up at a halftime, will be to try to figure out what they can do offensively. There have been some receivers open, but I'll tell you that Sam Phillips has not had a lot of time in the backfield when he has tried to pass this football here tonight. He's got Brooks Elliott flanking him to his left with 4:15 to go here in the half. Omak going to come again, but they'll hand it off to Elliott. Bounces off of one man. We got a flag down. And Elliott still chugging his feet across the 45, and that's where he'll be stood up, and they never did drop him. The ball came out in that scrum as Kamoy McZenna came up with it, but the flag on the play probably going to be a hold against the offensive line. And again, Cashmere, they do something positively, and then they kill themselves on a penalty.
That was a nice play, nicely designed, and a nice run by McCabe, too, keeping those legs moving, but it'll all be for naught as it goes back 10 yards.
So that's 5 penalties and 40 yards now against Cashmere here in the ball game.
Omak a little more of a veteran team tonight too. 16 seniors on this team, 10 on Cashmere's team. So a little bit more experience, I guess, for Omak, and it's showing right now in the first half.
Boy, and they mark it from the point of the foul, so it's all the way back. Now 1st and 23, and a handoff inside, and nothing happening for McCabe there as coming up and popping him. Joseph Bushko, who just popped into the end zone, and now he pops his way in on that defensive play.
We mentioned how solid he is. 5'9", 185 pounds with speed. So 185 pounds coming at you with a good head of speed, you're going to feel that hit. And I think number 40 felt it there, Elliott.
So Brooks Elliott just a gain of a yard there. The officials kind of nice to him on the spot. The ball at the 27-yard line. Phillips, the chess match continues as linebackers seem to be calling the play as he's calling the play. Phillips back to pass, has pressure again,
Screen
has nowhere to go.
Set up.
And he threw it to McCabe, and boy, he's lucky that McCabe just dropped it there because he had two guys on him. McCabe had somebody flanking him. Not much you can do there with Adam Hendrick on the chase along with Kamoy McZenna. Incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 22.
Phillips through the air so far in this first half, 3 of 5 for 4 yards.
A chilly night in Cashmere with some heavy moisture in the air. It feels
it's
like
cool.
Anyway, and it's been kind of a cool night for Sam Phillips as well. Directing traffic here, going to bring McCabe from right to left. And again, now we're going to get a timeout taken by Coach Bremer, who removes his cap in disgust over there. It'll give us a chance to remind you that our broadcast tonight here on the NCW Live channel is brought to you in part by Les Schwab Tire Center. Go online to leschwab.com to find a tire store near you. Be sure to check out their fall tire sale going on now. Also by Biosports Physical Therapy. Find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And by Impact Auto Sales. They strive to impact your life, not your wallet. You can expect a hassle-free car buying experience at Impact Auto Sales in Wenatchee. Which you mentioned coming up at halftime, we'll bring you the ceremony here of the induction of 2 of the former coaches here for Cashmere High School. Mr. Elliott, who was a longtime football coach here. They talked about the fact that Brian Bremer is just the 4th football coach in school history. But Bill Elliott and also Jack Collins will be inducted into the Hall of Fame coming up at halftime. We'll have that special ceremony here live on the NCW Live channel.
What a great football tradition here in Cashmere.
Very much so, very much so. And they'd like to get some things going offensively, but 3rd and 22 doesn't leave a lot of plays in the book here. No. As Brooks Elliott will come tight to the line of scrimmage. He'll go in motion. They'll fake the handoff to him. Now throw it out to him in the flat. A little low on the throw. Got a block downfield. There could have been a face mask call. The ball comes out. Omak says they have it, and it will be.
Yeah, I think he said he stepped out of bounds, Eric.
The official here near side says that before he dropped the football, his foot kind of slipped on the wet surface here and slid out of bounds. And it will be a gain on the play on the pass play out to the, let's see where they put it, 32-yard line. So a gain of 5 yards, but a 4th down coming up for the Bulldogs. And another punting situation for Sam Phillips. And the officials blow the whistle dead here as the head coach, Nick Sackman, came out, was chewing on the man in stripes here about the clock.
I think
clock
so.
wasn't moving. Omak's got 3 timeouts here, and they got a lot of time on the clock. So if Hall can get them decent field position, well, they haven't really needed decent field position to do the things they wanted to do offensively here.
Well, it's imperative. Cashmere has to stop them here before halftime. They cannot let them come in and score again.
So the officials are talking it over here at midfield. Again, our officiating crew, the referee is Mike Pennington, the umpire Terry Ayton, headlines is Mitch Walls, the line judge Kirk Lyons, and the back judge Fred Carino. And all 5 of them are gathered together to have a discussion here about, I'm not sure what, Grant.
I can't figure out what it would be.
Cashmere facing a 4th and 22 coming up. I'm not sure what the conversation might be. The ruling was that the receiver, who was Brooks Elliott, slid out of bounds or stepped out of bounds. So I'm not sure if they're asking for more time to be put on the clock. Maybe the clock continued to run for a few ticks After the official was waving his hands, they put more time on the clock.
13 seconds more.
2:59 now on the clock. So that works in Omak's favor. So if you're the Pioneers, of course you're going to battle for that. Here's the punt by Elliott. This one
might
is going to
come right at us.
Right into our hands, almost. That goes out of bounds. Not a good punt that time after two great punts.
Right.
This one's going to be on the Cashmere side of the 50. Oh, my goodness.
Holy cow.
They're going to put it at the 40-yard line. Ouch, that hurts.
Man, that is not what Cashmere wanted here. Down 24-14, down by 10. And seemingly cannot stop this Omak Pioneer offense so far. This is, I think, the biggest defensive stand for this Cashmere Bulldog defense so far in this first half. Right now, they need to hold Omak.
That, by the way, turned out to be an 8-yard punt. That hurts.
Boy, that does hurt.
Especially if they give anything up here. Two receivers wide to the right here for Aaron Black. He's got two running backs in the backfield with him. He's going to turn, hand it off to Hall. Hall dancing around the left side, cuts back and dragging a guy inside the 35 down to about the 30-yard line, almost enough for a first down. They're going to put him down after a 9-yard gain on first down. And you got time, so why not run the football?
12 carries, 126 yards for Hall in this first half.
That's incredible. 2:35 to go. Well, we watched a pretty good running back last Thursday in Nate Blauman for the Wenatchee Panthers with a record-setting over 300-yard night and 6 touchdowns.
Hall seems to be one of those kind of runners. You just can't bring him down.
Well, and this time they do catch him at the line of scrimmage. He will have enough for the first down, so that'll stop the clock long enough to reset the chains. The tackle was made by Tucker Weatherman. We've called his name a few times tonight. One of the few times that Cashmere defense has been able to stop him after a short gain, that time just 2 yards to the 29.
I know it's a lot of kind of just grabbing, trying to grab Hall instead of getting a tackle. They're just kind of holding him and pulling him. Well, you're not going to get a player like that down to the ground. He's just so good.
Well, part of that is also you can call him Tanner Swivel Hips Hall.
True.
Because his shoulders and his hips are not lined up half the time. And we're going to get a flag down here as I'm not sure they're going to say a motion and maybe illegal snap against the center here as he flinched with the football. And that'll be 5 yards against Omak. They've been penalized now 5 times for 22 yards.
Boy, that is just one big offensive line out there.
It is. So they'll put it back to the 34-yard line of Cashmere. Minute 52 left, and Omak still has, as far as I can tell, all 3 timeouts. Yeah, they haven't used any. Cashmere has used 1 in this first half. Aaron Black got to feel real confident out there right now. Logan True is the tight end to his left. He's got 2 backs behind him, the backfield again. Back to pass, looking left, now has pressure, and now going to be caught, going to be tossed down for a loss on the play. Back to the 48-yard line. Chasing him on the blitz was Brooks Elliott and brings him down for a big loss. They'll put him at the 45.
11-yard loss on that sack. Great play by number 40 for the Cashmere Bulldogs. A great running back, too, and that's Brooks Elliott on that stop. Nice job.
And a good call by the Cashmere defensive coaching staff to send him on that one. And, well, not really send him. He's a defensive end on the one side, if you will, an outside linebacker.
And they needed that, Eric. There's just no way to
really
put that.
They did. Under a minute to go. 2nd down and 26. Ball back at the 45. Turn, fake the handoff. Black with a lot of time. Now that time evaporates as he's going to run towards the Omak sideline and then be tossed out of bounds right into one of the coaches. Ouch, that hurt. As a leg whip came around and took the coach out. Good job of pursuit by Tucker Weatherman for Cashmere. Holds him to a short gain as they'll put him down at the 43.
Gain of 2 that time for Black. Nothing doing around that left side. Nice defense by Cashmere. Nice job by Weatherman once again. And you said, Eric, we've mentioned his name a lot in this first half.
Omak doing some changing up front on the offensive line with 43.4 seconds left, and now we're going to get a timeout taken by the Pioneers. Our broadcast tonight here on the NCW Life Channel is brought to you in part by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Call the Pro Shop to schedule your time on their full swing S4 widescreen golf simulators at 884-4653. Plan your next tournament or event today. Also by Town Toyota. your automotive home to quality and reliability in North Central Washington, and by Automoka. Visit one of their 6 locations in the Valley, including the only Automoka with inside seating on 5th Street across from the college. What's your Automoka emergency? With Grant Olson, Eric Granstrom, and a cast of thousands here in Cashmere tonight. Okay, maybe not.
Taking the show on the road. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. And if our viewers only knew what it took to put this broadcast together here tonight, we apologize for audio difficulties in the first half or first quarter. Nothing that was within our purview as far as what we could do with it, but appreciate the help from Local Tel's crew back home to get it all resurrected and fixed and get the audio back for you. So on television as well as on our stream tonight on the website, ncwlife.com. And hello to our Facebook fans watching us as well tonight. With under 50 seconds to go, man in motion for Omak here. They're going to go with a double reverse. They fumble the football now on the Omak sideline and getting drilled. And we're going to get a helmet-to-helmet contact, I believe, and that's going to be a free first down as Jaron Boyd was on the end around, and the flags came out at the end of it.
Well, that was wicked, too. I think they grabbed him by under the helmet, Eric. I think they just kind of
so it's
turned
be
his
ruled
head.
A face mask, personal foul,
Right.
face mask, and that's a 15-yarder, and that is an automatic first down.
And that hurts the Bulldogs right there.
So the gain was to the 42. So all of that, and it basically turned out to be a 1-yard gain, but the penalty on top of it will be a first down, or will it be? I think a personal foul like that's an automatic first down,
I thought so too.
I could be wrong.
I think it is.
The officials are converging. No, not a first down.
Interesting.
So
Third and about 7, it looks
third
like.
down coming up after the march off. So that penalty is, by the way, the 6th on Cashmere for 55 yards. And a timeout going to be taken by Omak here as they restarted the clock after the play on a penalty. Boy, I'm a little confused about all of this
I am
here.
too.
So the penalty made it a more manageable situation now. 3rd and 7 for the Pioneers. They've had so many problems with the kicking game here tonight that I can't imagine they would even think about a field goal. We haven't been able to see if he's got a decent leg. They've had problems with the snap. They've had problems with the placement.
I don't think a field goal is in there.
Problem with the blocking.
Right.
Ball's
it's so important that Cashmere doesn't let him get any points.
Oh, yeah,
it's
absolutely.
super important here.
Moral
at halftime.
victory, if nothing else, for the Bulldogs here. If they can keep them out of the end zone. And on a 3rd and 7, I believe they got to dial one up here and go deep and maybe go for the end zone right here if you're Omak. We'll see what Aaron Black has in mind here as he claps his hands together on this chilly night, sends a man in motion. They turn, fake the handoff to him. He's going to throw down over the middle, throws behind the receiver, and incomplete. Intended for Riley Davis. Pretty good coverage for Cashmere, but the ball thrown behind him, and it looks like he kind of slipped on the ball on the release, too. So a 4th down coming up.
You know, it was behind him a little bit, but I still think it was catchable by Davis, don't you? It wasn't that much behind him. But the ball's, you know, your hands are cold now. That's right. The ball feels hard out there right now, and yeah.
By the way, we appreciate our camera crews here tonight, braving the cold temperatures. Hopefully they've got some hand warmers in pockets, and toe warmers as well. 26.6 seconds left, and a 4th down coming up in 7 for Omak. Snap back to Black. Wants to throw left, has pressure. Here comes Elliott again. He's going to loft it downfield. The ball is caught at the 5-yard line by Riley, and that will stop the clock on the, or is it an interception?
What is the
I
call
thought
here?
Riley had the ball. He caught it. He caught it.
22 yards.
They're going to put the ball at the 10-yard line. So that's where it will be. No, let's see. Well, again, I apologize, folks. It's hard to see the yard markers here from our vantage point. We're awfully low, so they're going to put it. I'm trying to see where the officials are. And is at the, just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. So they get the first down on the pass play, good for 16 yards from Black to Riley, and that's been a connection that has worked several
Riley Davis
times here
has played
tonight.
well.
And boy, good pressure.
2
by
catches for
Elliott.
Davis. 53 yards, Eric. Sorry about that.
Wow.
They've done it all here in this first half.
Yeah,
the offensive yardage is so lopsided in this game.
It's their final timeout, so 17.7 seconds left. They're closer for kicking distance, but again, the way it's been for Omak here tonight, I'm sure they'll toss this in the end zone a couple of times and see if they can get a score out of it. So they're going to shift bodies. Logan True will go from left to right as a tight end here. 2 receivers wide to the right. He's got Hall in the backfield along with him. We're talking about Aaron Black back there. Snap is back to him. He looks left, throws left, and the ball caught out there. And then dancing towards the goal line. Did he get in? Touchdown. Jaron Boyd on the reception over there. He'll take it in from 11 yards out on the touchdown. And Grant, just what you said, Cashmere couldn't afford to do. They do. They give up 6 points.
Oh, that hurts so bad for the Bulldogs right now. Makes it 30-14. Beautiful pass out there by Aaron Black, kind of out in the flat. Boyd out there, Jaron Boyd, a nice catch, and that's an 11-yard touchdown.
So Omak, the last 3 times they've had the ball, 4 times that they've had the ball, they have scored every single time they've had the football. It's now 30-14 with 9.6 seconds left, and they will go for 2. Black in the backfield. He's got Hall with him as a tailback here. The up back is Joseph Bushko, and they hand it to Hall. He dives over the left side, and a decent stop there for Cashmere. No, he didn't get it. And Sam Phillips on the stop for Cashmere. So we will take a break. 30-14 our score with 9.6 seconds left. We'll take a 30-second break on our broadcast. You're watching Caribou Trail League football tonight on the NCW Life Channel. And we're back here on the NCW Life Channel. 30-14 our score with 9.6 seconds left, as that was a minute and 42 on the drive, and the ensuing kickoff taken by the up man for Cashmere. Braden Weatherman will cover it up at the 47-yard line. That's where Cashmere will have it. We'll see if they try to loft one towards the end zone here. 8-play drive for Omak, and 40 yards after the 8-yard punt. The pass from Black to Boyd, the extra point no good. And so that's where we are at 30-14 as we are just shy of halftime. 8.9 seconds left as Cashmere gets it one more time here. Well, the way things have gone offensively, why not chuck it deep here?
Yeah, you bet.
Sam Phillips will try to do just that. Has pressure, rolls out to his left, now throws downfield. The ball is intercepted at the 35-40.
Look out,
It's
look
all
out.
To the 50, 45, 40, stumbles. And now a flag will come down here. At the end of the half, it will be on the return. The interception will stand. And that is Hall, who has been Mr. Everything in his first half for Omak, comes up with the interception. And unfortunately for Sam Phillips, that is his 8th interception of the season. And that will bring us to a close of the first half. We will wait for the administration of the penalty here because that will be administered before we officially go to halftime. The official turns towards the stands here, and he will say personal foul. And it was against the return team. And that will be the half. And what a first half for Omak as the Pioneers lead it 30-14 at halftime. Our broadcast here on the NCW Life Channel is brought to you in part by JDSA Attorneys, delivering quality and innovative legal services to North Central Washington since 1946. Online at jdsalaw.com. And by Weinstein Beverage Company, a family-owned business proud to support local high school teams. Find them on Facebook and follow them on Instagram, also on the web at weinsteinbeverage.com. Back with more at halftime after this 2-minute break. You're watching the Caribou Trail League tonight on the NCW Live Channel, where the Omak Pioneers lead the Cashmere Bulldogs 30-14. We're back with half after this.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Okay, we're going to go right to the Hall of Fame induction ceremony right now. Principal Tony Boyle at the podium.
Coach Elliott's teams won 13 league championships, 11 district championships, 9 regional championships. They placed at state 4th in 76 and 78, 3rd in 1972, 2nd in 1983, 1984, 1985, and 8 championships 5 times. In 1977, 79, 1980, 81, and 1982. He also garnered several individual coaching awards. He was named League Coach of the Year 6 times. The Washington State Wrestling Coach of the Year in 1979. The North Central Washington Rotary Coach of the Year in 1981. He was the Pacific Northwest District 7 Coach of the Year and a national finalist for Coach of the Year in 1986. He was inducted into the Washington Wrestling Coaches Hall of Fame in 1987, and he was inducted into the National Wrestling Coaches Hall of Fame in 2010. A fierce competitor, Coach Elliott demanded his wrestlers compete at their highest level. 14 of Bill's wrestlers won 22 individual state wrestling titles. 47 more wrestlers were state placers. He will forever be remembered as a man who harvested the very best from his athletes. For 13 seasons, Coach Elliott was also on the sidelines for high school football as a top assistant. During that span, he saw 9 playoff appearances, capped by a state championship in 1984. In 1988, he took over as the head football coach for the Bulldogs and led the team to the semifinals. In the spring, you could find Mr. Elliott on the track as a starter for the meets at the local, district, and state level track meets, carrying out his belief that students needed to see their coaches helping out other programs. Throughout his retirement, you see him roaming the sidelines on Friday night and in the stands at events supporting our athletes, programs, and coaches. Presenting the plaque to Coach Elliott tonight is his former assistant coach and current middle school football coach, Don Smith, who not only wrestled for Coach Elliott, but also played football for our next inductee, Coach Collins. Congratulations to Bill Elliott on being enshrined into the Cashmere High School Coaches Hall of Fame. Our next inductee is the late Jack Collins. Accepting this award for Coach Collins are Jack's sons Keith and Ken, and their brother Ron's 2 daughters, Taylor and Alex. Jack and Doris Ray Collins moved to Cashmere in the fall of 1958. Jack intended to teach and coach here for a couple of years, then move on. He never dreamed of spending his 31 career here in Cashmere, but what a career it was. His teams won 186 wins to 48 losses and 4 ties, most in Cashmere football history. He won 6 league titles. They had 10 playoff appearances in 1973, 1975, and then from 1980 to 1987. The Bulldogs appeared under Jack in 5 semifinals in 80, 81, 82, 84, and 85. They were in 2 state championship games in 84 and 85, and they won the state championship in 1984. His individual accomplishment and awards, he had a 787 winning percentage, and that's still in the top 25 of all Washington State coaches. He was named League Coach of the Year 6 times. 1982 Washington State Football Coach of the Year, 1983 Washington State and District 7 Coach of the Year, and in 1983 he coached the All-State football game. In 1984, the North Central Washington Rotary Coach of the Year. Also in 84, he was the Pacific Northwest Coach of the Year and a national finalist for High School Coach of the Year. In 1987, Coach Collins was inducted into the Washington State Football Coaches Hall of Fame. Though football was his passion, Mr. Collins also assisted in the development of high school track program in the 60s and 70s at Cashmere. To help pay for the new stadium, built in 1972, he served as the meet director for the State A Track and Field Championships that were held here in Cashmere in 1973, 74, and 75. As an athletic director during the 1970s, Coach Collins was responsible for the implementation of Title IX, which gave female athletes the same access to athletic facilities and the competition as boys. Under his direction, girls' sports became an integral part of the total athletic program at Cashmere High School. He was honored for this work by the Washington Secondary Schools Athletic Administrators Association in 1988. Coach Collins will be forever remembered by his players, his students, as a man of discipline who held them all to the highest standards and inspired them to work hard and do their best on the football field and in life. Although he is primarily remembered for his accomplishments as a football coach, Jack is considered to be many as the father of the modern-day Cashmere athletics. He not only set the bar for other coaches to follow, the district's athletic code and the philosophy and hard work and discipline are the foundations still found today on our fields and courts and in our classrooms. Presenting the plaque to the Collins family tonight is one of Jack's former assistant coaches and current middle school head football coach, Colin Davidson. Congratulations to Jack Collins, the Collins family representing him tonight on being enshrined into the Cashmere High School Coaches Hall of Fame. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you, guys. Ladies, congratulations.
And there you go, the induction ceremony into the inaugural class for the Hall of Fame here at Cashmere High School. We're going to take a break and come back with more at halftime, get you ready for the second half on a chilly night in Cashmere where the Omak Pioneers lead the Bulldogs 30-14. Back with halftime stats and a recap of the first half coming up on the NCW Life channel.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires. You know, we've been helping keep folks safe on the road around here since 1952. That's why you can save up to $152 on a set of 4 select light truck and SUV tires during our fall tire sale. All with a service you deserve but just don't find other places. Swing by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
My awesome is being part of the Nez Perce tribe. We have a tourism company and we highlight the history and culture of the Nez Perce people. I found Washington Trust Bank because they were very involved in the community. They believed in me. They definitely saw the need for this in our region. All the folks at Washington Trust Bank are phenomenal. They've done such a wonderful job helping me along my journey.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, we'll help you get there.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Welcome back here at halftime, where the Omak Pioneers lead the Cashmere Bulldogs by a score of 30-14 at halftime. Cashmere got out to a good start here in the ball game as they were able to turn Omak aside 3 and out on the first possession of the game. Cashmere took it in after a high snap and a wobbly punt that went out of bounds at the 24-yard line. And so Cashmere had a short field from which to work, and they were able to take it in for the touchdown on a 9-play, 24-yard drive. Phillips took it in from 2 yards out, and Cashmere led it by a score of 7-0 with 6:24 to go in the first quarter of play. But Omak didn't take long to counter back on that 5-play, 73-yard drive. Hall with a 30-yard touchdown run, and it made it a 7-6 ball game as the extra point was shanked wide to the left. And then the Cashmere Bulldogs' second touchdown of the first half came on the ensuing kickoff. 80-yard touchdown return by Elliott. The extra point made it a 14-6 Cashmere lead. But then right back came the Pioneers on a 3-play, 62-yard drive, 53 yards of that on a Hall touchdown run. The extra point was no good, and it was a 14-12 ball game with Cashmere on top. 2:24 to go in the first quarter of play. The Bulldogs would take the ball back again, but would stall on a drive and have to punt the ball away as Omak took it back at the 11:45 mark of the first half with the ball at their own 23-yard line. And again, another 4-play, 77-yard drive. It was a touchdown pass of 65 yards from Black to Avina, and it only took 1:25 off the clock. That gave Omak its first lead, 14-18. The extra point was blocked by Tucker Weatherman for the Bulldogs. Cashmere will go 3 and out, give Omak the ball back at its own 23-yard line. Again, 7 plays, 77 yards, and it would be Bushko on a 49-yard touchdown run. The extra point was wide right, and Omak led it 24-14. Cashmere again would do nothing offensively, punt the ball back on an 8-yard punt just before the end of the half, and Omak would take advantage as they would go march 8 plays, 40 yards, and a pass from Black to Boyd from 11 yards out made it a 30-14 ball game. The 2-point conversion was no good on that one, or actually the extra point was wide to the side on that one. So that was the end of the scoring in that first half. Again, 30-14 our score here at halftime. We'll take another break, come back, and Grant will have a recap of our first half statistics, and it is heavily in favor of the Pioneers. We'll do that after this 2-minute break. You're watching Caribou Trail League football tonight on the NCW Life Channel.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate Frappuccino.
Definitely espresso shakes. My favorite is the mocha Frappitas.
A peach Red Bull.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales.
Where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
Welcome back once again here at halftime, just about ready for the second half as the teams are out to warm up. And warming up, I think we'll all be doing a little bit here. 30-14, Grant, and scoreboard is one thing. What do the statistics tell us?
I'll tell you what, it is one-sided, Eric, in a big way. Let's start off with Cashmere. First of all, Brooks Elliott rushing-wise, 4 carries, 7 yards in that first half. Hunter McCabe has carried it 3 times for only 9 yards. The quarterback, Sam Phillips, once again is the leading rusher, but boy, not much on the ground for him either. 6 carries, 10 yards, and a touchdown for Phillips in that first half. Total for Cashmere on the ground, 13 carries and only 26 yards. Not much better through the air either. Sam Phillips, 5 of 7, only 14 yards through the air. And receiving-wise, Reed Smith has caught 2 passes for 3 yards. Nate Phillips, 1 catch for 5 yards. And Hunter McCabe has caught 2 passes for 6 yards. 40 total yards in that first half for Cashmere. On the other hand, for Omak, Tanner Hall, what a show he's put on in this first half. 13 carries, 127 yards, and 2 touchdowns unofficially for Hall. Exciting player. Joseph Bushko has also scored a touchdown, 1 carry, 49 yards. Aaron Black, 4 carries, 9 yards. And Joseph Avina has carried at one time for 4 yards. On the ground, Omak, 19 carries, 189 yards in that first half. Through the air, Aaron Black, okay, I guess, for the first half for Aaron Black. 5 of 10, 50%, 129 yards, and a touchdown receiving-wise. Joseph Avina, 1 catch, 65 yards. Riley Davis has caught 2 passes for 54 yards. 2 catches for Jalen Boyd, 1 of those, an 11-yard touchdown. 318 total yards for Omak, 40 total yards for Cashmere, Eric, and that pretty much sums up the score, too.
And the first, kickoff for the Bulldogs will be taken by the up man here. Hunter McCabe will go out of bounds, and Cashmere will have decent field position. Well, one thing, Grant.
Should have told me to be quiet. I didn't even know that kickoff was happening.
That's all right. As we are underway here, second half action on the NCW Live channel, as the Bulldogs will have it pretty good field position again at the 38-yard line. We'll see what kind of adjustments they were able to make at halftime And one thing about high school football is momentum can be everything. And you can have one guy fall down, suddenly you're standing in the end zone.
Absolutely.
And the whole landscape of the game can change.
I think Cashmere needs to put it in the air a little bit more here in the second half.
Sam Phillips in the backfield will send a man in motion. McCabe, he'll turn and hand it off. Big hole right side as he dances around one man up the far sideline. He goes to the 30, to the 20, and finally tackled out of bounds at the 15-yard line. What a first play of the second half for Brooks Elliott over the right side for a big gain.
About 43 yards there, and boy, they sure needed that to begin this second half. Great run and great blocking. It was a well-designed play from the start, misdirection, and a big, big gain for the Bulldogs.
They'll put it down at the 17-yard line, and just like that, Cashmere back to the line of scrimmage here to run another play. As Phillips will take it himself right up the middle, bounces off of one man and continues churning his feet inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line, gain of 4 yards.
That was such a great play to start off this second half. It really was. They saw something, obviously, at halftime and worked on that and thought this play would work, and it sure did.
Well, they ran Sackman's way on that first play. This time it was over center. Now in the shotgun is Phillips. With two backs behind him in the backfield, he'll send one in motion. That's McCabe. They turn and throw it to McCabe out of the backfield. Comes up with the tackle and then is tossed down at the 9-yard line. And a flag comes out here. I'm not sure if they're going to call a horse collar or not. They did get him up high around the shoulder pads. We'll check the flag.
Riley Davis in on that stop, 6'2", 185-pound senior for Omak. Didn't look like that. Like a horse collar to me. It just looked like he kind of threw him down by the shoulder pad, didn't it?
The ball is at the 11-yard line, so it will be a gain of 3 yards. And, well, Cashmere clapping their hands out there. And I didn't see the initial indication by the official. Personal foul and a horse collar is the call. So that'll add half the distance to the goal on top of the run. So that'll take it down to about the 6-yard line, or the 5.5, if you will. And a first down for Cashmere and goal to go. So the official winds the clock. Phillips steps back from center. Cashmere trying to change the momentum here, and they'll turn and fake the handoff. And now Phillips going to try to dance for the corner of the end zone. He dives, and he is in. Touchdown, Cashmere. What an answer here for the second half. And one of the Pioneers, I think, is out at the goal line after trying to make that tackle. And that is Hall, I believe. No, not Hall. On the field, slow to get up, is Joseph Avina. He took a wicked hit right there as Phillips took it over the goal line, tried to make that final stop here, and he is going to lay back down on the field. But what a drive for Cashmere to start this second half.
54 yards in yards on that drive, Eric, and that's more than they had in the entire first half. Total yards just on this possession.
That touchdown run by Phillips is his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. The good news is they got Avina up, and he will slowly make his way to the far sideline away from our cameras here, as Cashmere looks like the Bulldogs are going to go for 2 here. Strange score to this football game, 30-20. Well, just like that, Grant, we talked about momentum. Cashmere obviously saw something, as you mentioned, at halftime.
They needed this
that they thought they could take advantage of, and they have run the football here to start this second half and run it into the end zone. We'll see if they try to run it again here on a 2-point conversion attempt. They'll split the ball at the right hash mark on this 2-point conversion attempt. Man in motion, they fake the handoff to him, throw out to the flat, the ball is caught, and it's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Nate Phillips on the catch, and just like that, it's an 8-point ball game. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. Omak 30, Cashmere 22. We're back after this on the NCW Live channel.
My awesome is being able to share my passion for yoga. I found yoga in my mid-40s to help me kind of de-stress and calm down, and it actually changed my life. Washington Trust believed in me. I felt like, okay, they got my back. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna go for it. It actually makes you feel like more brave. I do have a lot of awesome in my life.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, we'll help you get there.
Well, it was a 5-play drive for Cashmere and 62 yards. The touchdown run by Phillips, and then the Phillips to Phillips connection. Finding a screwdriver in the toolbox with that Phillips. You get that?
I did get it.
30-22, our score.
Two Phillips screwdrivers, two of them.
And a high end-over-end kick, going to drive Hall back to his own 5-yard line on the return. Watch out, he's dangerous to 15, 20, 25. Still on his feet, out across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And a good haul by Hall.
He's so dangerous. Every time he touches the football, you almost wait for something to happen.
Absolutely. So the ball will be out to the 32. That's where Omak will have it for the first time here in the second half. And again, as Grant mentioned at halftime, there was not a lot that Cashmere could do against Omak defensively. Well, we see the adjustments on the offensive side. See what kind of adjustments they make on the defensive side of the football. First down and 10 for Aaron Black, who had a good first half for Omak. Stands in the shotgun here, waiting for the pass from center. He'll have it and keep it, and right up the middle he'll go, and short yardage on the play out to about the 25-yard line, or 35-yard line, excuse me. Gain of 3 yards on the play as Cashmere stiffens up front. Jerry Ramos and company making the stop.
Took that right out of Cashmere's playbook. Sam Phillips usually does that for Cashmere, right up the middle, a kind of a delay quarterback draw, and then right up the middle.
Second down and 7 from the 35-yard line after a 3-yard gain on first down. Well, the sticks look more like it's a 2nd and 8, we'll call it. Again, clapping his hands is Aaron Black. He'll send a man in motion. That's Jaron Boyd. They'll hand it to Boyd, end around, and stuck over on the sidelines. And they finally get him out of bounds, but what a hit over there by Caden Kehoe. He says hello. Third and long coming up.
That was a loss of at least 3 on that play.
They'll put the ball back at the 32, so yeah, a loss of 3 yards. And it will be 3rd and about 10 to go for Omak. Well, we saw Cashmere make a 3-and-out stop defensively to start the game. They're trying to duplicate that here to start the second half.
Boy, you mentioned it, Eric, and you were right on the money. Momentum is everything, and now Cashmere's got it.
Black looking left, man in motion, stopped and then started again, and they're going to fake
play.
the handoff to him, and he's got room to run. Pitch relation is there, and he jukes one man out. He's going to have enough for the first down. What a run by Aaron Black, as finally coming up and making the stop. Braden Weatherman for Cashmere, but not before Black takes it out to the 44-yard line, a first down on a 12-yard run.
And that was really pretty. That's how an option should be run. He faked it to Hall, and Hall's so good you have to pay attention to him, and that one little fake froze the defensive backs and allowed him to get a first down.
9:02, clock continues to run here, third quarter, 30-22 our score. Ball left hash mark for Aaron Black, who's got the dangerous Tanner Hall aside him. He'll hand it to him. Left side, not much happening there. Cashmere stiffening defensively as the linebacker came in. The stop by Duke Odenreiter. We've called his name a few times tonight. It'll be 2nd down and 9 after just a yard gain on first down.
You just can't go to sleep on Hall, though. You might get him now, but you got to get him next time, too, because he's going to be ready to bust one.
All about pride up front on the defensive line against that big offensive line for the Omak Pioneers.
Big and tough up there.
8:19 clock running here, left third quarter. 3 receivers wide to the far side of the field, to the right for Aaron Black. Turn, got a low snap, has pressure, and going to be getting rid of the football somehow, and the ball is caught by Aaron Hall, but it will be a loss on the play back to the 40. How did he get out of jail there?
He should have let it go. Hall really should have just let that fall to the ground, because that's a loss. It would have been incomplete in any case. They lost about 6 yards.
Back to just inside the 40-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and long coming up. And good pressure again applied for Cashmere. Up front, Brooks Elliott got some help there on the defensive scramble for the Cashmere defense by Jerry Ramos. But somehow, I don't know how Black was able to get rid of that football. had a man draped on his shoulders. I think the man that was holding on to him was Tucker Weatherman.
He's done that a couple of times tonight.
Third down, call it 15 here for Omak. Back to pass, Black. Probably going to go for it all. Got pressure. Now scrambles in front of the Omak bench. Got a blocker downfield and going to be close to a first down.
Awfully close. What a run by Black. That is as tough a run by a quarterback as you're going to see.
And he got to the 45-yard line. That is a first down. On 3rd and 15, he got 15 and a half yards.
30 yards rushing this half for Aaron Black.
Clock continues to run as they reset the chains. It's 7:05 to go in the third. Omak leading it by 8. Trying to add to that here. Anthony Cardona will split out wide to the right. As Black has Hall, he'll put man in motion, turn, hand it to him, a little end around, and dancing inside the hash marks on the carry was Jaron Boyd on that fly sweep, if you will.
He's so small out there, but he's so quick too.
Ball inside the 40 to the 39-yard line, gain of 6 yards there.
His first carry of the night. Boyd does have a receiving, 1 touchdown actually, 1 for 11 yards.
Again, it will be Boyd to split out to the left side.
He's
comes up a little
there.
gimpy. Yeah, he's fronted over there by Nate Phillips. Meanwhile, Black will grab the towel on his waist and wipe off some dew. Hand off on a counter play to Hall. Hall gets, splits inside, gets away from one tackler. Finally taken down, but not before he's inside the 25-yard line for another first down for Omak.
Easy 14 yards once again for Hall. I thought it was going to be a touchdown. It looked like he was going to shake that first tackle, but a nice job by Caden Kehoe again for Cashmere to kind of corral Hall after that 15-yard gain.
Clock again winds, under 6 minutes left in the third. Splitting out wide to the right, Riley Davis with number 5 on his jersey. He's out there along with Anthony Cardona for Black. I don't know why you'd go away from Hall. Just keep handing him the ball. Snap is back. Fake the handoff. Throws towards the end zone. A receiver, we got a flag down.
Touchdown.
He caught the ball in the end zone. It is Riley Davis on the touchdown, but we'll see about that with a flag that came down on the pass pattern.
Might be offensive.
Could be offensive. Here's the signal. No, pass interference against the defense. Touchdown will stand. 24 yards on the pass play from Black to Davis, and now the extra point.
Second touchdown of the night for Aaron Black through the air. That one just kind of lobbed that up there, and it was kind of a jump ball for Davis to come down with, and he does. 24-yard touchdown. 78 yards on 3 receptions now for Davis in this game.
So Omak answers on a considerable drive here. Now we got flags coming down. We got motion, I think, on the offense before they could get that 2-point conversion attempt. Will be, and that will be the.
That was an impressive answer for the Pioneers there, Eric. It really was.
8th penalty of the ball game against Omak for 32 yards tonight. 55 yards in penalties against Cashmere, unofficially. Yes, that definitely was. Started at their own 32-yard line. 9-play drive and 68 yards.
Yeah.
And now they'll try to put the exclamation point on it as it's a 36-22 game, trying to make it 38. They fake the handoff, back to pass with pressure. Black gets away from one man, now throws back across his body. The ball is intercepted by the offense.
Right. Right.
Man coming up with the ball was Genesee Arciniega.
Was he even eligible?
We do have a penalty flag down. We'll see. We'll check on the flag here. We may have pass interference again against the defense. I don't know. The Arciniega came in and crossed up about 3 different people, including his own, but they are going to say pass interference against the defense. So they'll get the try again.
After the false start, they'll get some of those yards back and a little closer try this time.
So half the distance, should put it at the 4 after it was back at the 8 following the motion on the offense.
Arciniega, by the way, Eric, only a freshman for Omak.
So 60 yards and penalties now against Cashmere. 9 penalties in the game. And Omak kind of looking towards the sideline to see exactly what they want to do here on the 2-point conversion attempt. Snap is back, and he's going to keep it himself. There's a hole there, and this time they do get in, and their first successful point after touchdown point here tonight, and it's for 2. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. 5:37 to go in the third. Omak answers. The Pioneers lead the Cashmere Bulldogs 38-22. You're watching the Caribou Trail League tonight on the NCW Life Channel. Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653. Welcome back once again here to Cashmere High School, where the Omak Pioneers now lead it 38-22 over Cashmere. One thing, this is an entertaining one.
Oh,
here
it sure
tonight,
is. Lots of offense and lots of great athletes out here tonight.
That 9-play, 68-yard drive will get you the timing on it as Cashmere again takes that short kickoff, as it was McCabe on the return. And well, Cashmere, how many times have we had the ball at the 38-yard line to start a series?
Seems like it's been there a lot. You're right.
Every time for Cashmere, as they'll get it with 5:32 left here in the third quarter. We'll see if the Bulldogs can continue a little momentum they had offensively, but Omak took it right back on a 9-play, 68-yard drive, 24-yard pass from Black to Davis. 2-point conversion successful this time. So,
and you know, Eric, with this Omak offense is running tonight and working the ball downfield. This is a must-score drive, I think, right now for Cashmere.
Yeah, absolutely. 5:15 the time of that drive, by the way. As the snap is back to Phillips, looking left, throwing left. The ball is underthrown the intended receiver, but a flag comes in late. And that looks like it might be pass interference against the defense, as it was intended for Reed Smith. Jaron Boyd on the coverage. Both men wearing number 2, and it is against the defense. So I didn't see it, Grant.
I didn't really either. I mean, not that it was anything real obvious,
No,
that's for sure.
It was a crossing pattern by Smith.
The ball was underthrown a little bit.
It was. But you cannot make contact downfield.
May have been a hold downfield and not so much pass interference. I don't know.
Well, 15 yards on the
Right,
penalty.
right.
First down from the 46 now for Cashmere of Omak. Turn, handoff, and Brooks Elliott scampers across the 45 and into Omak territory. Loses his shoe in the process, so he's going to have to go to the sidelines here as it's down at the 42, gain of 4 yards. Well, I'll tell you, if you can get 4 yards every time you hand off the football, I'd have that all night long.
You bet.
So McCabe will come in to replace Elliott here on a second down. Empty backfield for Phillips. He'll take it right up the middle. And a flag going to come down.
I don't think they were set, Eric.
And I don't think the offense was set, as you mentioned. And it's going to be on Reed Smith on the far side.
Yeah.
As Phillips came up and wanted to get the quick snap, and his offense wasn't ready. So unfortunately for the Bulldogs, it's going to cost him 5 yards.
I like the idea. It did catch Omak a little bit off guard, and it would have been a first down, but now second and long.
9 penalties, 65 yards on the night for Cashmere. You play a team like Omak, you can't afford to turn it over, and you can't afford to have that many penalties. So the penalty will put it back at the 47 of Omak. And now late coming in, we got a flag out, and let's see what this is. They're saying it's, well, the umpire is pointing at Omak.
Could that have been?
Okay, so unsportsmanlike conduct is whistled here against Omak and Tanner Sackman. He was barking as if initiating the snap.
I gotcha.
And the only reason I could hear that is because the official came over and told Nick Sackman right in front of us. So that's a 15-yard penalty.
You don't hear that every day.
No, you don't.
Interesting.
So that'll give
Big
Cashmere a first down, and they'll put it all the way to the 32-yard line on the 15-yard penalty. So 47 yards in penalties now against Omak. So that puts Cashmere in business with 4:39 to go here in the third quarter. As they send a man in motion, they'll turn, hand it off to Brooks Elliott, trying to get it around the right side, try to cut back and slip down on the surface here at Cashmere, and going to be a loss back to the 34-yard line, loss of 2 yards.
Real grass here tonight. I love seeing that, Eric. We're used to turf now. I guess Eastmont has real grass as well, but gosh, isn't it nice to see?
And this field is in fantastic.
Yeah, it
it's
sure
in the
is.
best shape I've ever seen it. The staff here at Cashmere School District, their soccer pitch is just fantastic, and the football field here is great. Phillips back to pass again, looks out of the flat and underthrows his intended receiver. And I'll tell you, Phillips has done that quite a few times here tonight.
Boy.
Had McCabe coming out of the backfield, had him open, but just underthrew it.
That could have been a first down. He had some room to run out there in the flat. Unfortunate, Phillips underthrown there.
Temperatures have chilled to 47 degrees here. A chilly night to try to hold on to that football, and maybe that's a part of it. Phillips again will work back from the shotgun here with McCabe next to him to his left. Waiting for the pass from center, gets it, has pressure, then flips it ahead to Elliott. But a nice job by Omak's defense as Sackman was there. So too was Kemoy McZenna, and a short gain on the play. Maybe 2 yards back to the 32. It'll be fourth down for Cashmere. You trail it by a couple of scores, they're going for it here.
Absolutely. That's the old Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas play right there, out of the K-gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You being a Buffalo Bills fan,
I
you.
know.
Hey, the Bills are off to a good start.
3-1.
And they gave New England all they could handle.
Yeah, they did.
So Phillips here on a fourth down and 10, back to pass, has pressure, throws down over the middle of the ball, intercepted. On the 20 on the return, it's Riley Davis, and Davis will bring it back to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Omak Pioneers will have it, first down and 10.
I believe that's our first turnover of the night.
Nope, that's actually
was there a
third.
fumble?
There was the interception right at the end
that's
of the
right.
half.
That's right, the end of the half.
And then a fumble.
I don't remember the fumble, I guess. I don't have that written down here.
And so
sorry about that.
That's okay. It will be a turnover, and Omak will have it with 3:09 to go. First down at its own 30-yard line.
That hurts, Eric, because Cashmere had some gifts on that drive. A couple of penalties to keep the drive alive, and then an interception.
And that interception on the season for Sam Elliott is his ninth interception. Little misdirection up front. They give it to Hall. Hall rumbling hard, gets 5 yards out to the 35 before he's finally spilled by Nate Phillips.
Just keeps those legs going, doesn't he? And that's exactly what you're supposed to do as a running back, and he does it to a T. 5'11", 190-pound Tanner Hall.
Well, that takes you back to the Caribou Trail Eagle. Jack McMillan coaching up at Cascade. He had his starting linebacker and his running backs were always about that size.
190.
Yep, 190.
Yep.
Where he loved him to be. So Aaron Black with a second down and 5 opens up the playbook here. We'll see if they go to the air again. Black has Hall flanked to his left. He's going to run behind him, and he's going to dance ahead for the first down and more. 45-50. We got a flag down to the 40, to the 30 of Cashmere, and then finally shoved out of bounds from behind at the 20-yard line, but this one's coming back.
Yeah, that's a hold.
So it'll be a 10-yard penalty from the point of the hold, which is back at the 38-yard line, and probably a big reason why he had such a big hole over the left side is when somebody's grabbing onto somebody, and I think that might be their offensive lineman who's kind of had a tough time tonight for Omak. Cale Peterson, he has been on the sidelines almost as much as he's been in the game, getting extra coaching here on the sidelines.
Still, that's a pretty impressive offensive line, isn't it, Eric?
It is for sure. 10 penalties, 57 yards. That one hurts Omak. Ooh. And that'll put a second down, double sticks as we call it, in the game when we have the bull behind the initial line of scrimmage.
And what a break for Cashmere, too.
Oh, yeah. So Omak back in its own end On a second down and about 13, he'll send a man in motion, turn, fake the handoff to him, kind of a counter play. Hall has it, spins around inside, but a nice job by Hunter McCabe to come up with a stop for Cashmere. Going to stop him short of the 30-yard line out to the 29.
Hunter McCabe and Jerry Ramos in on that tackle. Ramos has played a nice game. A senior lineman, 255-pounder, stood his ground in there against a very stout Omak offensive line.
Gain of just a couple of yards there as they were back at the 27 on the previous snap. So it's a 29 now. Brings up the 3rd down and 11. Well, we saw Omak convert on a long 3rd down in the first half. See what they do here. Cashmere's got to expect the pass, I would assume, maybe look over the middle again. And we got a timeout going to be taken here by Nick Sackman. He didn't like what he saw. Didn't like the play call he had for the defense that was out there, and so he will take a break. We will tell you that our broadcast tonight here on the NCW Life Channel is brought to you in part, if my fingers will work, Harvest Valley Pest Control. You can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet safe material. Around your home or office, call today for your free estimate. Also by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your comfort-trained specialist specializing in commercial and residential HVAC systems, online at dicksheatingwenatchee.com. And by Global Car Care, a quality auto repair facility with highly trained technicians celebrating 25 years in the car care business. They speak your car's language at 1840 North Wenatchee Avenue. Noses are running tonight.
Absolutely. That wasn't a bad timeout by Cashmere. No. It really was. This is a huge 3rd down for the Bulldogs. The time's running down here in the 3rd quarter. They're down by 16. Another converted 1st down here. It would hurt Cashmere big time heading into that 4th quarter, and they could keep driving down the field. This is a big 3rd down play for this defense.
This is the game.
It really is.
Here.
It really could be.
Minute 19 to go in the 3rd quarter. As Cashmere could make the stop and get the ball back in decent field position, one would assume.
Right.
But you never can assume anything the way the Omak Pioneers have run their offense here tonight. They go with a 2 tight end set here. We haven't seen that all night long. Snap is back. Black back to pass. Going to throw back to Hall, and Hall is the pass incomplete. But Black was also getting some pressure back there. And coverage downfield for Cashmere applied by Bryson Pratt. That's going to bring up a big 4th down.
Like the first punt of the game, isn't it, for Omak?
It is.
Boy, and Hall was open. If Black could have got it to him there, that would have been trouble over in that flat.
He just was running backwards the wrong way, and that's a long way across the field to throw it. Kind of a dangerous one as well.
It was.
If Cashmere had sniffed that out. Well, Cashmere has the very dangerous Javi Reyna back to return this punt off the foot of Riley Davis. The snap is high. It's been interesting. The punt away, a high, short punt, and then the Cashmere's going to have to watch out where that ball hits. It'll dance around inside the 50 to the 48-yard line, and that's where it will be touched down. So Cashmere with decent field position, trailing it by 2 scores, 1:03 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Cashmere needs to put something together here offensively. They had a decent drive the last time they had possession of the football, but it stalled out. This time, Cashmere needs to go down and score here. What momentum that would be for the Bulldogs, too, heading into the 4th quarter.
Cashmere will have it at their own 48-yard line with 1:03 to go here in the 3rd quarter. That punt, by the way, 32 yards with no return for Omak. Took a decent Omak bounce there. So here comes Sam Phillips. He's got McCabe in the backfield with him. He's got Elliott as a wingback to his right. Back to pass. Phillips throws out in the flat. The ball caught. We got a flag down and maybe a little roughing against Omak. After the throw was given away, the pass caught over there by Javi Reyna. So we'll check the penalty flag. It is roughing the passer against Omak. That's going to be 15 yards on top of the pass play.
Tony Marchand. Boy, hit the quarterback right in the mouth. Phillips, 5'9", 170-pound senior Eric. And he just got a little bit high up into the face mask of Phillips. If he'd have kept in the chest a little bit, it would have probably been a clean hit. But up into that head area, it's going to get called every time.
So they're going to tack it on to the end of the play, which was good for about, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards on the pass play. So give him credit for
who caught that pass, Eric?
That was Reyna, number 1. So they got it to the 44 of Omak, and then you add 15 on top of that. And the coaching staff here on the near sideline is incensed right now. I should say near sideline for us, far sideline from our cameras.
I don't know. I watched it. I don't think they should be mad at all. That was a penalty.
So that'll put it down to the 29-yard line. First down and 10 for Cashmere. Again, a chance with a little help from the defense. Handoff to Elliott. Taking it around the right side, but he is caught and then thrown down, and a face mask going to be called here as the ball came free. But they're going to throw a flag, and another 15 yards going to be marched off against the Pioneers. And Omak's just got to keep their cool here.
Coach Sackman could not believe that his defense did that right there.
Had him stopped.
Oh, I know.
Didn't need to do it. Had him stopped for a loss of 2 yards on the play, but the penalty flag will come at the end of the run. So it was back to the 31, but then another big penalty. Again, can Cashmere capitalize on the gifts they've been given here long before Christmas?
Gifts on this drive and gifts on the previous possession, which they couldn't do anything with. They have to here.
12 penalties, 87 yards unofficially for the Pioneers in this one. Nick Sackman standing in front of his bench with his arms folded across his chest, having to bite his tongue right now.
He grabbed his hat, threw it on the ground after that penalty. That hurt.
So first down now from the 26 of Omak after the penalty. Phillips in the shotgun. McCabe next to him to his left. Back to pass, throws to McCabe out of the backfield. McCabe juggled it and then is thrown down for a loss on the play.
Hall.
There's Hall once again. And McCabe gets up a little gimpy, and a loss back to the 29-yard line, a loss of 3 yards. That ball came awfully quick to McCabe, who was not quite ready for it. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a 60-second break and come back. After 3, it's 38-22. Omak leads Cashmere. You're watching Caribou Trail Lake football tonight on the NCW Life Channel.
Hi there, it's Les Schwab Tires. You know, we've been helping keep folks safe on the road around here since 1952. That's why you can save up to $152 on a set of 4 select light truck and SUV tires during our fall tire sale. All with a service you deserve, but just don't find other places. Swing by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
Ball thrown downfield. We got a flag thrown as well, and we may have a pass interference against the defense as Phillips, dropped back to pass. He was looking downfield for Reyna, and the pass underthrown. In fact, the nearest person to it was an Omak Pioneer. And let's check the penalty flag, and again, it will be marched off against the Omak Pioneers. How about this, Grant?
You know, as solid as a team as they are, they've really committed some kind of, I hate to say dumb penalties, but they have been dumb penalties here tonight, Eric. And they are a solid, well-coached football team, but just keep shooting themselves in the foot and let Cashmere stay in this ball game.
From the 29, that will be half the distance to the goal, so they'll put it down at the 14-yard line. So Cashmere will have it first down and 10 from there. But again, can the Bulldogs take advantage of the gifts they've been given? Elliott in the backfield along with Phillips and McCabe. They're going to turn, hand it to Elliott. Elliott with a little dive play over the right side. Not much yardage there. And guess who's on the bottom of the step? The club man again comes up with a stop for the Pioneers. And they're going to put the ball down at the, 12-yard line. So gain of 2 there. So Cashmere can get a first down without the benefit of the touchdown. But, of course, they're looking for 6 points here. Wing back is Elliott on the left side. He'll go in motion. And leaning across the line of scrimmage was the defense. And are you going to tell me another penalty against Omak?
Adam Hendrick that time leaned in.
Wow.
Linebacker. Crossed that line of scrimmage. And another Omak penalty.
107 yards
Wow.
of penalties against Omak. So all the good things you do on offense, if you penalize yourself that much, that's not going to help the cause.
It isn't.
The Pioneers lead it by 16, but long way to go in this one. 11:08 to go as the clock runs. 38-22 our score. Cashmere trying to answer once again. As Phillips in the backfield takes the handoff, fakes the handoff, and then will take it himself around the left side looking for the end zone. He doesn't get in, but he's awfully close. It will be enough for a first down.
Nice play call.
Omak slow to get up was Jaron Boyd after the play.
Boy, that's got to be right at the 1. 6 yards there. Good situation for the Bulldogs now. First down and goal at the 1-yard line.
So Cashmere empties the backfield, and Phillips all by himself. Does he do the keeper? He does. He stood up right at the line of scrimmage, still fighting, not going to get in. It'll be second and goal from the 1.
Big Sackman there once again, Eric, from his defensive line position, and also Hall came jumping over the pile.
And we're watching Nick Sackman on the far sideline from our cameras. I don't know if he's going to have any hair left at the end of this one. He's ripped his hat off, I can't tell you how many times. And now Phillips is going to go to the Cashmere sideline and make sure he's got the right call here. So they're going to have to watch that we've had one delay a game penalty against Cashmere, and now after Phillips goes all the way towards the bench area, it comes back out to get into the huddle. So he better be quick with the call and quick to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you don't want a 5-yard penalty here.
9:53 clock running. Second and goal from the 1, and now we're going to get a timeout taken by Cashmere. Goodness gracious. We'll take a 30-second break on the broadcast as well. With 9:42 to go, they got the clock still running. They need to stop the clock. It's running, it's running, it's running, it's running. And so somebody's got to stop it here. And finally, the officials blow their whistle. They got to put about 15 seconds back on that clock. So we were going to take a commercial break, but the clock continued to run, so we'll keep it right here. Our broadcast on the NCW Life Channel tonight brought to you by Confluence Health, dedicated to improve their patients' health with safe, high-quality care in 12 communities throughout north central Washington. Also by Les Schwab Tire Center. Go online to leschwab.com to find a tire store near you. Be sure to check out their fall tire sale going on now. And by Biosports Physical Therapy. Find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Well, both teams went to their sidelines for instructions prior to this second and goal play. Cashmere will bring in Jordy Sanchez in the backfield.
Now they put 8 more seconds on the clock, Eric.
It should have been 9:45.
Yeah, 9:32 to 9:40, so
Yeah.
8 seconds.
So Phillips turn, handoff Sanchez. Sanchez fell down as he got his foot tripped up, I think, with Elliott in the backfield, or excuse me, with Phillips in the backfield.
He had a hole.
Oh, you could have run through.
Well, I could have run through that. I'm slow.
It will be still a ball on the 1-yard line. So sometimes that 3 feet can seem like a mile.
It sure can.
Just over 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. 38-22 our score. Phillips going to take it again. Big push up front. Does he get in? He does. Touchdown, Cashmere. Phillips, second time, he takes it on a quarterback keeper into the end zone. And now decision time for Cashmere. You're chasing points at this point. You go for 2 again?
I think you do.
They've got the kicker out there. Got to make this choice quickly as Cashmere.
I'd go for 2.
Coach Bremer sends Phillips back out to huddle him up. Their kicker is also a wide receiver, so that's why he's in the huddle,
Right.
Javi Reyna. And Cashmere going to go for 2 to make it possibly an 8-point differential. Phillips in the shotgun. Low snap to him. Rolling to his right, throwing out the ball, tipped in the air, and almost caught on the tip. Are you kidding me? Nate Phillips almost came up with that football on the tip. So it's still a 10-point differential. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. Don't go away. Omak 38, Cashmere 28. You're watching Caribou Trail League football on the NCW Life Channel.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
The drive for Cashmere when they had to have it. 4 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock. 10 plays, 52 yards. Phillips caps it off with a 1-yard touchdown run. The extra point no good. 38-28 where we stand now with 9 minutes to go here in regulation.
Boy, and had to, Eric, you hit it right on the head. They had to have that drive.
Neil Valle with the ensuing kickoff. It hits off the one Pioneer and then will be captured by another at the 41-yard line. Well, you just can't afford to have Hall return it, so what do? Squib kick it.
That's right. Now, if you're Coach Sackman and Omak, you want a long, sustained drive. It takes about 6 minutes off the clock, and you score again and kind of tuck this one away. But we'll see if the defense of Cashmere now can rise to the occasion and get the ball back to their offense.
Well, they forced Omak to punt for the first time in the ball game on the last defensive series. And see what Omak does here. Riley Davis will split out wide to the left along with Anthony Cardona. Aaron Black, you got to just say Hall time, don't you?
I think so, too.
Black and Hall in the backfield. And Black's going to keep it himself, and he is hit hard, but still carrying his way out near midfield. They'll put him down at the 49-yard line. Just taking a Bulldog for a ride there was Aaron Black. The tackle for Cashmere made finally by Brooks Elliott.
Nice hard run by the quarterback. Elliott hit him hard after about a 5-yard gain, but he still managed to get about 8.
Well, Elliott hit him up high, and that's something you got to get down around the legs if you want to make a stop. Second down, about 3 yards to go from the 49 of Omak. Man in motion. They're going to turn and hand it to him on an end around here as he is still on his feet, still running, got a first down and more as a great run by Jaron Boyd. He's carried the ball a couple of times here. We've got some extracurricular after the tackle, but it will be a gain all the way to the Cashmere 35-yard line, gain of 16 yards.
Nice run around the left side. Once again, it was all about blocking on that left side. And big number 75, Kai Holder, 6'4", 290 pounds. Once again, a big hole over that left side.
First down ball just inside the 35 of Cashmere. Omak trying to put this one away right here. They lead it by 10. Cashmere desperately needing to make a stop. Aaron Black in the backfield gets the shotgun snap from center. Turn handoff to Hall left side. Hall had a man draped around his waistline as he got that handoff. Quick as a cat inside for Cashmere. Holding on for dear life was Braden Weatherman. Nice job shooting the gap and getting a short gain, maybe just a yard on the play.
You said it, Eric. He shot that gap perfectly. He knew the handoff was coming to Hall, shot the gap, made the great play.
Second down, 9 from the 34-yard line as the clock continues to run with 7:22 left here in regulation.
5 carries, 23 yards for this half for Hall, Eric. A little different story.
Black turn, handoff, Hall left. No, it was Black that kept it. Nice job on the fake. Faked me out. The ball is in the scrum there, and Cashmere trying to rip at it as they stood him up. Short gain on the play. They'll put him down at the 32. Gain of 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and long coming up.
Nice job by the Cashmere front again. Holding up that big offensive line and standing their ground there. Now a big 3rd down play coming up.
Need to get to about the 25 for a first down. Call it 3rd down and 7 yards here for Omak. Man, how many of these big plays can you have if you're the Cashmere defense right now? And Omak has no kicking game as far as a field goal is concerned. They're going to go option right again, and Black has a first down and more, and a flag's going to come down late. 2 flags on the play as he dances into the end zone. What looked to be a 32-yard touchdown run is going to come back.
Riley Davis, I think, Eric, the receiver out there in the flat, held a defensive back for Cashmere, and that's the penalty. Number 5 for Omak.
And the head coach for Omak, beside himself, Nick Sackman, just feeling like he's getting homered here tonight.
Boy, I don't think Black got touched there, did he?
No, he didn't.
No.
Nope. Well, part of the reason he didn't get touched was a
little
couple
bit
of holds.
Right.
One at the line of scrimmage and one downfield even further. The flags are down at the about the 26-yard line. So the signal there, what they're calling is a crackback block. And so that's not allowed. So a penalty against the offense. You'll watch the official on his, they'll say a hold. That one is going to be declined, but it's the crackback block against the offense is what they are calling here. And so that'll put it back at the 37-yard line. So it'll be third down over again. 117 yards unofficially on penalties tonight for Omak. 6:22 to go here in the regulation as they'll restart the clock with the spot of the ball. 10-point differential. Third down and long, call it 3rd and 12 now for Omak.
Big defensive play for Cashmere.
Again, Aaron Black waiting for the pass from center. Here comes Cashmere cheating in. Black's going to go option right again. He just did it for a touchdown. He might do it again. He pitches it back to Hall. Hall at the 5, at the 2, into the end zone. Touchdown. What a play by Omak. They ran the same play, had the pitch relation to Hall. This time Black pitches it back, and it's in for a touchdown from 37 yards out.
Just like that. What a heads-up play by Black. The 170-pound senior, that's experience right there. The same play that they ran, they got the penalties on previously. And boy, great blocking again and a heads-up play by the quarterback, Aaron Black.
37 yards. You can give most of that to Aaron Black on the run. But
yeah, how do you do that?
Part of it to the pitch relation man, Hall. And another touchdown run for Hall, and now the extra points. Riley Davis will try to kick it through the uprights here out of the hold of Aaron Black. We got another flag down, and it happened just at the snap, and we got a full start against the kicking team. So yet another penalty. That will be 122 yards in penalties here tonight.
Wow.
Hey, don't forget to join us after the ball game. Win or lose, we're going to have a post-game show, talk to a player for the Cashmere Bulldogs as well as their head coach, Brian Bremer. He agreed to join us here on the post-game show no matter win or lose. So we will join you. Hopefully you join us for that right after the ball game here on the NCW Life Channel. So that makes it basically a 25-yard extra point attempt. Cashmere jumping around up front, the high snap, and back to pass goes Black, telling everybody to scramble. Black gets away from one man, gets away from two. Now he's going to run it himself. The ball is hit out of his hands. Cashmere could pick it up and run it back the other way, but no, it's
Black took a shot at that.
Oh my
goal.
gosh.
Just getting up now.
Wow. Woo. Wow. Okay.
I think Coach Sackman's going to tell him to take it. He's still, bell got rung pretty hard there, Eric.
In the end, no good on the 2-point conversion that was supposed to be a kick. Boy, it's been an endeavor for their kicking game tonight. We'll take a 30-second break, come back. You're watching the Caribou Trail League on the NCW Life Channel. Omak 44, Cashmere 28. We're back after this.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
So the big touchdown run of 37 yards caps a 6-play, 58-yard drive, 3 minutes and 7 seconds off the clock for the Pioneers, who are in charge of this one. And a fair catch is called for by Mark Bailey, the up man for Cashmere. And for the first time, I think, all night, they won't start a drive at the 38-yard line.
Tanner Hall, by the way, tonight, 19 carries, 187 yards, and 3 touchdowns in this game. He has been magnificent for the Pioneers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 5:52 to go here in regulation. 44-28 our score. Cashmere needs to score a lot and score quickly. And the Bulldogs, I will give Cashmere credit. They have come out and fought hard here
really
in the second half. No give up in the Bulldogs, and you would never expect it.
Nope,
have
never.
any give up. So here comes Phillips and company. Back to pass, looks over the middle, throws behind his intended receiver, Reyna. And it's been a tough night through the air here for the Cashmere Bulldogs. It'll be second down from the 32-yard line. Clock stops at 5:48 to go here in the game.
Boy, it has really been a tough night through the air for the Bulldogs. It has. In fact, it's been tough offensively, Eric. We'll talk about that at the end of the game and the stats, but not much yardage on the ground or through the air for Cashmere.
Phillips turns and talks to McCabe about the play call here as he'll take a couple of steps back. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers right here for Phillips. He'll send McCabe in motion, looks his way, now throws back. The ball is caught and then quickly tackled down as Reed Smith. A short gain on the play across the 35 out to about the 37-yard line, gain of 5 yards. It'll bring up third down.
I like the play, though. You look off the defense on the flat and the other side, and you come to the near side. I do like that play. Nicely done by Phillips.
Need to get to the 43 for a first down. So third down, 5 coming up for the Bulldogs. Obviously 4-down territory. The clock continues to run here with 5:17 to go in the football game. Cashmere trailing it by a score of 44-28.
Blitz.
Again, here comes Phillips. Back to pass, throws over the middle. The ball is caught in
Beautiful
traffic.
pass.
Great job by Nate Phillips to come in with that one as he catches it up to midfield. First down for Cashmere after a 12-yard pass play.
Reed Smith once again on the reception.
Smith splits out wide to the left here. They got 2 receivers in the same pattern here. The throw over the middle again. The ball is caught again in traffic to the 45 of Omak. That time it was Brooks Elliott on the reception. Little pitch and catch for Cashmere. Gain of 6 yards on the pass play to the 45 of Omak. 4:36, the time winding down here in this one for the Bulldogs. Again, Phillips in the shotgun. Snap back to him. He's got pressure coming. Going to throw over the right side and nobody in the neighborhood. In fact, the closest one there was Anna Nelson, our camera woman on the sidelines. I'm glad that didn't hit her.
A little mix-up there in communication, I think, between Phillips and the intended receiver. I think it was Rhea over there.
Yeah, expecting Rhea to go on a fly pattern, and not much happening. 4:24 clock stops. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Bulldogs. Trying to get it into the end zone and quickly. Phillips again, back to pass, looking to the right, going to throw deep. Boy, that's a pretty ball. And the ball is caught over there,
pass
and it is good. Holy cow, Nate Phillips comes down with a ball at about the 6-yard line.
39 yards on that pass play, and that was a beautifully thrown ball.
Well, that's what they, I think, meant to do on the previous play. But it's good down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal from the 6. Cashmere sniffing the end zone here, trying to punch it in. Trailing it 44-28. Snap back to Phillips, a little low. He'll shovel it ahead. There's your Buffalo Bill play again. And Brooks Elliott trying to get into the end zone. He won't get there, but he will get down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up from the 1. Cashmere huddling up here. I think they just need to get to the line of scrimmage to get this ball snapped. And, gee, what do you think?
Right.
Phillips, keeper,
I think so.
up the middle. He gets behind his offensive line looking for a push up front. The handoff instead is to Sanchez. He's in for the touchdown, Bulldogs. Sanchez on a 1-yard run to cap a pretty quick drive for Cashmere. That only took 2 minutes and 8 seconds off the clock. Of course, the big pass play, that was down to the 6-yard line, set things up here, and Cashmere going to go for 2 again.
That'll cut it to a one-score game, Eric. Believe it or not, it is hard to believe we're this close. It really is.
Well, that's what happens when Omak has had all of these problems with their extra points tonight. If you don't make those extra points, it just can make it a long night for yourself.
That's right.
That could be the case here. So
that and penalties have killed Omak, really.
Absolutely. So now what do you do after this point after touchdown? Onside, or do you trust the defense to make a stop? Snap back, a little pitch play, and here is Elliott into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and we have a one-score game on our hands with 3:44 to go. Omak 44, Cashmere 36. We're back after this 30-second timeout. You're watching Caribou Trail League football on the NCW Life Channel. The drive for Cashmere started on the Bulldog 32-yard line. It went 8 plays and 68 yards. 1-yard touchdown run by Sanchez, 2-point conversion good, makes it a one-score game, 44-36. Now, will they do the onside kick? They've been squib kicking it all night long. Vaya on the kick, and it is not going to go 10 yards, unfortunately. It will go 3 yards.
That had some backspin on it, which you didn't want.
It did have some backspin on it. Oh, you practice that so much, and you try to just nail that ball off the tee and try to come over the top of it, and that's tough to do.
Boy, it is.
I don't care who you are. The ball will be placed at the Cashmere 42-yard line. So the onside kick, we'll just say unsuccessful. 3:44 left here in the game. That drive, 2 minutes and 8 seconds for Cashmere. And we have a first down at the Cashmere 42 for Omak. So the Pioneers get the ball back, leading it by 8. Again, Cashmere just has to get them out of here and get the ball back to their offense. Black keeps it, middle, still on his feet, and finally is brought down at the 37-yard line. Gain of 5 yards. We had some issues here on the Omak sideline right in front of us with one of their players disgruntled.
Yeah.
Getting some extra coaching.
I like Coach Sackman. I like the way he runs his team. He's got some players, too.
Yeah, he does. And hollering out to him to put the ball away, hang on to it, because you know Cashmere is going to be ripping at it every chance they get. Hall in the backfield along with Black here, and they're going to go option right. That play that worked so well, that ball almost stripped out of there. Black taken down on the play. Oh my, that was close, and a timeout taken by Cashmere, as it was Odenreiter who came in on the tackle. I didn't see who got a hand in there, but that ball almost came out.
Boy, that sure was close. Nice job that time. I think with the big hand in that time was Jerry Ramos for the Cashmere Bulldogs. Nice job.
He's had a few good plays here tonight for the Bulldogs. Our broadcast tonight on the NCW Life Channel with the timeout taken by Cashmere is brought to you in part by Impact Auto Sales. They strive to impact your life, not your wallet. You can expect a hassle-free car buying experience at Impact Auto Sales in Wenatchee. Also by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Call the Pro Shop to schedule your time on their full swing S4 widescreen golf simulators at 884-4653. Plan your next tournament or event today. Also by Automoco. Visit one of their 6 locations in the valley, including the only Automoco with inside seating on 5th Street across from the college. What's your Automoco emergency? Well, the timeout here for Cashmere is their second, so that leaves the Bulldogs with 1, and 3rd and 5 I almost wonder if it's 4-down territory for Omak.
I think
since
it
they've
is.
done so well offensively here tonight.
And you use more clock up, too.
Exactly, and you'd expect the Pioneers to keep it on the ground here. They go with a 2 running back set. First time we've seen this here tonight as Bushko is back there as well. Handoff Hall around the right side. Flag is down, and so is Hall. He's out of bounds. No, they're going to say, well, they're going to stop the clock with a penalty no matter what. So I think we're going to get a hold on the offensive line. That play ran about 12 seconds off the clock. How about a chop block whistled against the offense? So it'll be 3rd down over again after the penalty. The play will be wiped aside. Hall's got to be over 200 yards.
Nope, he's 187. Nothing on that.
So nothing on that particular play.
20th carry of the night.
A personal foul with a chop block. So that's 15 yards on a penalty.
This is an opportunity for Cashmere now.
137 yards in penalties here tonight for Omak. So if they do hang on to win this one, it certainly will not go down as one of the pretty games in Pioneer history.
No, it won't.
In this matchup between Cashmere and Omak. So the 3rd down will go all the way back to the Omak 47-yard line after the penalty. So 3rd down and, 24 yards?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
They say 20 on the game clock.
More than that.
But the ball's at the 47. They need to get to the Cashmere 40 or 32 for a 1st down. So that's at least 23 yards. 2 receivers wide right. I wouldn't throw it here if I'm Omak.
Nope.
I'd run this football. And here they come. Option to Hall. Hall in front of the Omak bench. Drives over the top of one man. It takes 3 more to bring him down. Coming up for Cashmere, putting the wood to him was Caden Kehoe, but he got the wood.
Yeah, who put the wood to who?
Taken to the shed there on that one, as Cashmere will use its final timeout on a 4th down coming up from the Bulldog 47-yard line.
Holy cow.
Gain of 6 yards on that play. And boy, these Pioneers.
He's a player.
We're
Tanner
talking
Hall
about Tanner
is
Hall,
amazing.
5'11", 190-pound senior for the Omak Pioneers.
I can see him playing at Central or something like that.
I
Can't
can
you, Eric?
certainly see him playing at the next level.
I can too. And he's a good defender.
So Cashmere's used its final timeout. Omak, no way would I punt this ball away. They've had, Cashmere had a 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Elliott in this one.
Yeah.
Although, you pin them down deep, they got no timeouts. But I would run this football and trust in my offensive line, even though it's 4th and about 15, 16 yards to go. The ball just outside or just inside the 47-yard line. They got to get to the 32 for 1st down. So we'll call it 4th and 15. 2 receivers wide left. Again, Black in the backfield along with Hall. And the snap back, and they're going to go a pooch kick. And Cashmere going to let it bounce. It takes an Omak bounce and will be touched dead at the 27-yard line. That's where Cashmere will have it. I think a good call there.
I think it was a good call, yeah. Still ran a little bit of time off the clock, but boy, this is time for Cashmere to do something here, Eric. 2:05 left, 1-score game. We could have a fantastic finish here.
25 yards on the punt as Cashmere gets the football back. And, well, you practice this all the time. Every day in practice, you practice your 2-minute drill. We'll see how well the Bulldogs run their 2-minute drill. Appreciate you joining us here tonight on the NCW Live Channel. Cashmere, Omak, Caribou Trail League Classic here tonight.
Boy, yes.
44-36, Cashmere trails it by 8. Back to pass, Phillips got hit as he threw it, and the ball's incomplete. Pressure in the backfield applied by Adam Hendrick. We've called his name a few times tonight for the Pioneers. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Everybody dropping back in coverage now. 2 minutes exactly left, and they know Cashmere's going to throw it. I think they're going to mix a run in here somewhere, so Omak still has to be wary of that. But we could see a screen pass or something like that, too.
3 receivers will go to the far side away from our cameras to the Omak sideline. Phillips waiting for the pass from center. Gets it. Steps back a few, has pressure, throws. The ball is caught by McCabe, but McCabe's going to be spun down for minimal gain, maybe out to the 25-yard line. And a timeout going to be whistled here. It's an official timeout as McCabe got a hit hard to the head. And I think they're going to get him out of there for a concussion possibly. McCabe saying he doesn't want any help as he will go to the sidelines. That will give Cashmere it'll afford him a chance to at least get another play call. Actually a 2-yard gain out to the 35 or 25-yard line. So 3rd down and long coming up for the Bulldogs. 8 yards to go. Clock running with 1:39 left in the game. Again, Phillips calls the snap, gets a low snap, looks over the middle. The ball is caught by Reed Smith, and he is belted hard from behind. But he's going to hang on for the first down to the 39-yard line. What a stick there.
I think we have a flag, too, on that hit. The referee was trying to yank it out of his pants. He couldn't pull it out and then just dropped it on the ground. I think we've got a penalty here.
And it could be leading with the head on the tackle.
That's the second one on Marshawn, now number 8.
Yep, it is a personal foul. That stops the clock. That moves the ball another 15 yards in addition to the pass play, which was good to the 39-yard line. So, well,
Marshawn also had that roughing the quarterback that hurt Omak. You remember that earlier in the third quarter?
That's right. 152 yards and penalties against Omak here in this game. And interestinger and interestinger as we go. Minute 27 to go here in the contest. Or I should say regulation at this point. And now a flag going to come against the sidelines, I believe, against the Omak Pioneers, as they have certainly been verbose on their sideline, and finally the officials have been listening to it all night long, and finally I think it has become a little too much for them to take, and that's another 15 yards. And they got to be careful not to get somebody ejected from the game here.
I think the referee just warned Coach Sackman of that right there.
So the ball, after the penalty that was marked off to the 46-yard line, will now go to the 31-yard line.
Sackman in front of us is just beside himself.
Hands in his pockets at this point. And I can't blame him too much.
No, I can't either.
Snap is low. Phillips going to set up the screen, and Elliott is there. Elliott breaks one tackle. Trying to break a second tackle. He will not, as he is taken down at about the 24-yard line. Clock running.
Gain of 6 there.
Gain to the 24. Ball right hash mark. Phillips barking out the play with 56 seconds. Has Elliott in the backfield with him. Phillips back to pass. Looks right. Now pumps. Now throws towards the end zone. The ball is almost intercepted by Hall back there, who has one interception tonight. The pass intended for Javi Reyna, it falls incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
It's tough when you're thrown to a 5'7" receiver down in the end zone. It makes it difficult for sure.
And he's covered by somebody who's 5'11".
Right.
Everybody taking a breath here on the Cashmere sideline, on the Omak sideline. 8-point ball game. Cashmere trying to make a little magic happen on a night when 2 of their legendary coaches were inducted into the Cashmere Hall of Fame. Snap back to Phillips. Looking downfield, has pressure, rolls to his left, throws down towards the end zone. The ball is incomplete. No flags down. Oh my gosh.
That's interference right there.
Pass intended for Reed Smith. He had 2 defenders that tried to come through him for the defense of the pass, and they're going to call the penalty against the defense.
Oh, man. This gives Cashmere the ball. Not quite, we won't make it. It's not a spot foul, is it? High school, it's the line of scrimmage, so it's going to give them.
They'll go half the distance from where they are at the 24-yard line, so take it down to the 12.
Right, if it was NFL, it'd be on the 1.
Right.
Yeah. It's amazing.
I can't blame the Omak Pioneers for disgust here. Now some of this is absolutely happening on the field in front of us, and you got to feel like you're snake bit a little bit right now if you're Omak. 40.5 seconds left. 44-36 our score.
All right.
So the pass interference call. And Omak's really got to keep their cool here. Both the guys on the field as well as the sideline, because you just can't afford to keep giving free things away.
Boy, and they are too.
To Cashmere.
They really are. Gift after gift.
Half the distance to the goal, and it will be first down for Cashmere from the 12-yard line, or did they put it down at the...
Yeah, it's about the 10, it looks like.
Okay.
Oh, the 5-yard line.
The 5-yard line. No, that was a misadministration. Should be half the distance on a 15-yard penalty. Nonetheless, here comes Phillips. Throws out the flat. The ball is intercepted in the end zone. And that will be the game right there as Joseph Avina comes up with the interception on a pass that was overthrown in the end zone for Cashmere. And the Pioneers, despite 200 yards and penalties here tonight, will escape with a victory.
Wow, escape is right when it looks like they were kind of dominating this game. Cashmere did not give up, never gave up, and this will end with Cashmere throwing that interception. What a game and what a second half.
Absolutely, absolutely. The penalties have been something. I said 200, not quite that, but 182 yards in penalties against Omak in this one. So it'll be first down for the Pioneers at the 20-yard line with 36.8 seconds. Cashmere can't stop it, so all they have to do is snap it one time. They're in the shotgun for the snap, though, so you got to worry about the snap from center here. As they will snap it, and it will go back to Black, and he will take a knee, and that will do it. What a game here tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have on the NCW Life channel. Coming up in our postgame, Grant will recount the stats for you while I head over to our end zone camera and get ready for our post-game discussion as the Pioneers celebrate as they knock off the Cashmere Bulldogs tonight by a score of 44-36, our final. We will take a break and come back. The post-game show coming up next here on the NCW Life channel.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Hi there. It's Les Schwab Tires. You know, we've been helping keep folks safe on the road around here since 1952. That's why you can save up to $152 on a set of 4 select light truck and SUV tires during our fall tire sale. All with a service you deserve, but just don't find other places. Swing by or book an appointment at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
My awesome is being part of the Nez Perce tribe. We have a tourism company, and we highlight the history and culture of the Nez Perce people. I found Washington Trust Bank because they were very involved in the community. They believed in me. They definitely saw the need for this in our region. All the folks at Washington Trust Bank are phenomenal. They've done such a wonderful job helping me along my journey.
What's your awesome? Whatever it is, we'll help you get there.
Grant Olson and Eric Granstrom back at the field here at Cashmere High School. Our final score, Omak defeats Cashmere by a final of 44-36. Let's take a look at some final game stats before Eric has our post-game interviews. First of all, for Cashmere, on the ground, Brooks Elliott had a decent game, 10 carries, 50 yards. He also had a big, long touchdown run on a kickoff in that first half. Hunter McCabe, 5 carries, 16 yards. Sam Phillips, the quarterback, 9 carries, 22 yards, but 3 touchdowns for Sam Phillips of the Cashmere Bulldogs. On the ground, it was kind of a tough one, or I should say through the air for Cashmere. 16 of 24 for Sam Phillips, 114 yards and 2 interceptions. And receiving-wise, Reed Smith ends up catching 7 passes for 52 yards. Nate Phillips caught 8 passes, 39 yards. Hunter McCabe, 4 passes for 26 yards. And Javi Reyna, 2 catches for 9 yards. Total yards for the Cashmere Bulldogs, 202 total yards. And now for the victorious Omak Pioneers, who end up with 446 total yards, and most of those Tanner Hall, 21 carries, 194 yards on the night, and 3 touchdowns for Tanner Hall. Also on the ground, a nice night for Aaron Black, the quarterback. In the first half, he only had 9 rushing yards, but ends up in the ball game with 12 carries and 62 yards. Jaron Boyd also comes in with 2 carries. He ends up with 32 yards. And on the ground, a big day for the Omak Pioneers with 272 yards. Through the air, not as many yards for Omak. Aaron Black, 5 for 10, 129 yards in the first half. Did have a touchdown. Second half, only 1 completion of 24 yards. So 6 completions, 154 yards for Aaron Black. But as I mentioned, 446 total yards for the Omak Pioneers. Also a touchdown receiving for Riley Davis. He caught 3 catches for 78 yards. He was the big receiver for the victorious Omak Pioneers. So there you have it. Well, it was all Tanner Hall tonight, who also came into the game with 62 rushes, 570 yards on the ground. And folks, that's only in 3 games, adds almost 200 more yards to that tonight to take his total to almost 770 yards in only 4 ball games for Tanner Hall. And the Omak Pioneers. Hall, by the way, a 5'11", 190-pound senior. We will take another 2-minute timeout. We come back. Eric Granstrom will have our post-game interviews and more right after this on the NCW Life Channel. Keep it right here.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Freedom Mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely espresso shakes. My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales.
Where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
Welcome back here on the postgame show on the NCW Life Channel. We're waiting for the, we got a coach and a player coming towards our way right now. So we'll do that right live on the air here, Dan, and we don't have to worry about that. As the Cashmere Bulldogs fought back here valiantly here this evening, but fall in the end to the Omak Pioneers by a score of 44-36. Come on in here, Brooks. Brooks Elliott going to join us on the postgame show. Brooks, I got to ask you, you guys fought hard here tonight, but that's a pretty good football team.
Yeah, they are pretty good. We prepared as much as we could, but they still fought back pretty well.
Tell me about what you guys talked about at halftime. You're down at that point, 30-14. No quit ever in any Cashmere team I've ever been associated with. What was the big talk at halftime?
Well, our coach came in and he was pretty mad at us, but he had the right to be because we needed to pick up the energy and we were giving up. So we needed to come back and we really needed to get our heads in the game, and that helped in the second half.
Well, you guys came out and went right down the field and put a score in the end zone, and just like that, it's a one-score game again, and then back and forth it goes. What do you think was the key for you guys tonight to not be able to quite come out in the end, but, boy, you guys fought really hard?
Yeah, I think it was just our defense, kind of. Our defense was a little bit lacking, but then we picked up in the second half, and it got a lot better, and then just stupid penalties that didn't help. Yeah.
Well, they helped you out with a lot of penalties on their side, too, tonight. Talk about that kickoff return for you. That was kind of a slow developing one, and then suddenly you're standing in the end zone on the other end.
Yeah, we had a little plan to do something else, and we still carried it out, but since it rolled, it kind of disrupted it a little bit. But I just saw an opening. One guy got fooled, and then I just trusted my blockers, and I went down that hole and just ran all the way.
Tell me about this team for you and looking around in that huddle as you guys are coming down the field with a chance to maybe tie it there at the end. No quit, but also look like you guys just really kind of look into each other and trust each other.
Yeah, we really trust each other a lot. Everybody has a really good relationship on the team. Our coach emphasizes playing for one another, and I think we had that connection at that point.
We know as Caribou Trail League, anytime you get together between Cashmere and Omak, there's some hard hitting, and boy, was there that tonight.
Yeah, there was. They hit pretty hard, and we had a couple hard hits too, but I feel like we could have probably hit harder.
Well, good luck on bouncing back next week. I know you guys will. You'll keep working hard this week, and it's just one game in the Caribou Trail League, and who knows where it goes from here. But congratulations on a good game for you tonight. I know that you'd much rather be in the winner's circle here, but thanks for taking the time to join us.
Thank you.
All right, Brooks Elliott joining us here on the postgame show. We're going to talk with Brian Bremer, head coach for the Cashmere Bulldogs, who falls short to Omak here tonight by a final of 44-36. We're back with more right after this.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
Well, we had a feeling that this first Friday in October would come down to an interesting matchup between Caribou Trail League Classics, the Cashmere Bulldogs, and the Omak Pioneers. And that's certainly what it was tonight as Omak comes out on top, 44-36 the final. That's going to wrap it up for our broadcast. The coach, I thought he was standing behind me, but I guess he was not. Thanks to our crew for making this all happen tonight. To Malcolm Whitehall back in the studios, Tucker Wagner, who was in the van, to Dan Kuntz, our line producer, and of course all of our camera crew who froze to death here tonight in Cashmere, to Anna Nelson, to Rachel Mandelis, to Josiah Davison, and of course my lovely wife Marion behind camera too. I'm Eric Granstrom for Grant Olson. That's going to wrap it up here for football tonight on this Friday. Have a great weekend and be sure and join us for more sports coming up next week and more football next Friday under the lights on Friday Night Lights. I'm Eric Granstrom for the NCW Life Channel. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks for watching High School Sports on the NCW Life Channel. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by Harvest Valley Pest Control, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Confluence Health, Les Schwab Tires, Biosports Physical Therapy, Impact Auto Sales, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Town Toyota, Automoka, JDSA Law, and Weinstein Beverage. This concludes today's coverage of high school sports on your home for local sports, the NCW Life Channel.